Isn't it? Okay, so assalamu alaikum everyone. We are tuned in. You're tuned in to the winter 2024 ISLAM ball hockey draft. How are you guys feeling today?
Good, good. I'm ready to get the show on the road and pretty excited to see the talent and the competition we have this season.
Introduce your people.
You go first. You go first.
So we have our host right here, who's not introducing our people, but so we have our host Sully Azmat, who's already has a championship under his belt recently. And,
Summer championship.
Summer champ.
Yeah.
It's still a
We got a fresh championship right sitting to the right of me, right over here. All right, sorry, I can't yell.
And then what's his name?
Abdullah Patel.
Okay, good.
Assalamualaikum guys. It's a pleasure to be here. I thought I'd just come here and show off a little souvenir to you guys. Inshallah, alhamdulillah, it feels great. I don't think I've taken it off since December, and I'm hoping to get another one for
Do
this
you
year.
shower with it on?
Absolutely,
Oh my
absolutely,
God.
it stays on.
It's the
Absolutely.
closest thing the Toronto Maple Leafs will get to a championship.
Excuse me,
Ah.
sir. The closest thing that they have is in the Hockey Hall of Fame. Is the cup that's right there, sitting nice and pretty for them.
All right, so you know what? Let's start talking about this draft. So the draft order was picked last Friday, which was 3 days ago. So we have number 1 pick going to Yakin, number 2 Sabr, number 3 Iman, number 4 Rida, number 5 Taqwa, number 6 Haya, number 7 Ikhlas, and number 8 Isan. So I know that there was a couple of different GM swaps. Abdullah, any thoughts on that you want to tell them?
Yeah, for sure. So definitely news today that 2 Taqwa GMs actually ended up withdrawing, and 2 people that I think from our standpoint were top players in this draft. Being selected to be GMs. So that's Huzaifa Panchbaya, and he's going to be GMing with Abdulrahim Mandra and Yusuf Ingar. So they'll be replacing Sufyan Ghazi and Rahman Rana. Definitely a really big change for the draft, especially so soon. A lot of teams kind of have been approaching the draft, knowing their positions in the draft for the last 3 days, and I guess having to change their strategy for at least the first couple of rounds this soon is a really big surprise. And we kind of, I don't think anyone doubts their qualities. They've been GMs before, real big staples in the league, and so definitely a big change for them. And then as well for Ikhlas, Osman Butter dropping out a couple days ago, and Hamza Chaudhry coming in to replace him. So definitely a lot of movement in the GMs, before the season even starts. And so yeah, definitely something that we're looking forward and looks exciting for this year.
So does that mean that they're part of the player pool, or they just dropped out completely?
They have dropped out completely. They will not be including the draft today.
So in our memories
yeah.
forever. Okay, sounds good. Maju?
Yeah, those are significant changes, and it actually throws me off a little bit because I was actually looking at the draft and kind of seeing how the pools were going, and breaking down each team as to what are they lacking, what are their strengths, what are their qualities, and so far, if we go through all the teams, I'm looking at every team has 2 forwards, 1 D, except for Iman, where they actually have 2 defense and 1 forward as their GM. So we don't have a goalie GM across the board, and so that means all the goalies that are in the pool are ripe for the taking. I think I have a prediction of where some of the goalies are going, and of course I'm gonna put my 2 cents in where I think some of the goalies who are 1A, 1B, some higher tier, lower tier, but even of the lower tier, we're gonna see some outstanding play, outstanding movement. I think. Because any season anything can happen, and we know guys like Adam Sayed, who broke into the league last year, who's been playing phenomenally, Yusuf Kapoor, who's been rock steady, and Ali Khawaja, who's just been, again, like, he's a perennial just continual champion. But I was hoping that we could just kind of quickly go through the teams
Before we do that,
Yeah.
you mentioned lower tier goalies. Yeah. So who would that be?
Me.
Okay.
I fall into that category, but unfortunately this season I'm not sticking around for that one.
All right. One thing to note, Yakin won 2023 winter, summer 2023, and fall 2023. So, and they also have the first round pick today. So can Yakin do it again? Do they have that juice? I mean, I know they're different players, but
Definitely. I think looking at the GMs that we have, Mohammad Shabir Patel, Umair Angar, and Mohammad Patel, both Mohammad Shabir Patel and Mohammad Patel have been GMs in the past, and Umair Angar has been a top round pick, in every almost every single season that he's played in this league. So I don't see, with a good team and with good drafting, and contribution all across the board, I don't see why not. But I definitely think it's too early on to tell. Maybe after this draft and after a couple of games, we'll have a good look at who really is the strongest team, and who really needs to kind of make some changes. So we can probably go through the GMs.
just before that, I think Arif has something to say here.
Yeah, guys, I'm in the background here. You can't see me. Hopefully you can hear me. But we also wanted to congratulate Abdullah on his recent promotion.
Can we
He is
clap?
now
Or is that okay?
part of the OC.
Just a golf clap.
Yeah.
Silent.
Yeah,
And the
Yeah,
moment's
OC.
over.
Wow, the crowd is going wild. Let me tell you.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm in the
Uh,
background here. I might chime in from time to time, but yeah.
That's if we let you, right? Like, we'll,
I control it. I can
Okay,
change the
so-
volume, mute you if I want to.
So Abdullah, it seems like people are pretty excited for you to be on the OC. I'm sure someone's gonna wonder this or ask this question: how can you be bribed? Do you take bribes?
I definitely do. You'll just have to let me score a breakaway. If you're a goalie, please forehand, backhand, just give me that whole glove side, and you'll get something good for you later on. So yeah.
Something good. All right.
So we do see Safe Kawaja is actually surprised that you're I guess you're on the show. I guess they'll just put anyone on, or what's this? I mean, what's the stitch?
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I think I don't know. I have a lot to talk about, and hopefully people listen to some of it. And so I'm sure that I hope you guys are okay with me rambling on a little bit. So yeah.
So, you got some order of business. I believe.
Yes. Well, I was just gonna. Okay, we got there.
We're covering up the
Oh.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, nice.
That's
nice.
perfect.
You can reset
See,
it, man.
you're wearing Maple Leafs blue. I'm wearing Winnipeg Jets blue. It's a different tint, slightly.
So, yeah.
You know.
One is used to winning. One is just a.
You mean one is on the top of the league, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Zed.
both teams that still don't have a championship in quite some time.
Yeah.
So Zed, you were saying something.
Yeah, I was just. Well, I think getting back to you talking about the first, like with Yakin, can they do it again? I think they have a possibility. I think what's going to happen, and I'm looking at the draft order. It's really going to come down to what teams want to go back to their friends and family, and unfortunately, the friends and family discount comes with probably not winning the championship. Right? If you're going to do that whole friends and family and take family before the best player, there's some pros and cons of it, and I don't think we've seen a championship team come from a friends and family. So that being said, I think Yakin will stick to friends and family. And I'm predicting, I think some of us agree, and I think our insider also agrees that Farouk Khan will probably go first overall. So Mohib, I know you're probably tears and whatnot, but I'm putting it out there. I think Farouk Khan will probably go over Farouk Khan from Malton.
Yeah, there's a lot of Furokans. It's true.
Like Abdullah Patel's. And
I was gonna say there's probably a million Abdullah Patels.
and
yeah.
Mohammed Patel's.
That's right. So you were talking about friends and family. Isn't there chemistry with friends and family?
There is, but when you go the friends and family route, we've seen at least that you end up taking your friends and family a lot higher than just because you want to secure them, and maybe what they're valued at, right? Maybe other GMs, other trios may not see their value as much as you do, and that can hinder, and unfortunately has hindered in the past. But Abdullah, you've been a GM before, and you've kind of seen drafts go one way or another. Any thoughts on that?
Definitely. I think drafting your friends and family, if the pick makes sense, I don't see why not. I honestly think that a championship is going to be dependent on your GMs showing up and the rest of the team showing up. When it comes to taking your friends and family over players that are kind of deal break or game changers and real top players, then that's kind of where the the issues start. But I honestly think it just it matters on who really wants it more at the end of the day, and whichever team I guess comes out harder that day is going to be the one to do it.
So there's no picks. There's no picks in right now. We're still getting set up on that side, but knowing what we know, which is virtually nothing other than the GMs. If you were to go into the future, who do you predict winning the 2024 winter season?
This is
I'm putting you guys on the spot because you know what's going to happen, right? This is going to go down into the history books. They're going to pull up this podcast and they're going to think you were right or you were wrong. So
if we need to pick,
yeah.
I'll put whatever team that I end up on. So,
no, that's not how this
there.
works. You gotta give me a team.
That's humility right there. That's the Toronto Maple Leafs coming to life before your very eyes.
No, but like what? Like, give me a team. Give me a team.
If I had to pick a GM trio that I think can.
And by the
go
way,
all
you can't just say what team you want to go.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
It has to be non-biased. You're part of the OC now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the new Tuckwood GMs pull it off. They did it in winter 2022, or no, fall 2022. Yeah, they did it in fall 2022, and they were really, really dominant that season. And with a good team, I don't see why not. But I definitely think it's too early on to tell. This isn't. I'm not. I'm not here begging to get drafted by Abu Manjra and stuff. So definitely early on. I think what we can do though is go over our kind of first round prediction. Yeah.
Ooh, okay, so no one came to me asking me who's.
Wait.
No,
Question was not just to Abdullah. That was to you too.
Well,
buddy.
no, I think Abdullah's going to go to Rida anyways because he's blue and white through and through. But I think honestly, if we get certain players playing at their potential, I think Yakin will probably make another run at it. I think they have a very strong trio. We have Dippy, Mohamed Patel. We have Mohamed Shabir Patel, proven winners, proven players who just have the grit and don't give up. Umer Ngar, I honestly can't remember. I've seen him play recently, so I don't really recall. But again, if he's up there, he's a high caliber player. And Farouk Khan, unfortunately, Farouk Khan's been rattled with injuries, but I hope he's healed up. And I know he's been playing in Gym League for a couple of years now. So hopefully he's been able to rest up a little bit and back in form. And if he's back in form, then
You get married too, right?
But I think that was a few years ago.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, when you get married,
your stats go all the way up, right?
Yeah.
No,
they go all the way down. Actually, They go all the way down.
I think when I was on his team, it was the year that he got married, and that's where just kind of
Right.
I'm not going to take the blame on it. I'm just going to say he got married. So, but yeah, I think Yakin has a really good chance of taking it. Now, again, like Abdullah said, it does come down to who you're picking, how you're picking, but trio wise, even Rida has a really good trio. But I think I'm just going to stick with Yakin.
Yakin.
The power
All right.
of the white.
So that's down into the history books now.
Well, you didn't give your prediction.
For what I know, which is pretty much nothing, people would probably assume that I know a lot, but to be honest, everyone looks the same to me. So really, I have no idea.
Well,
Yeah. So I would say Yakin too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And by the way, it's only because I'm a numbers guy.
Yeah.
And I look at trends. And
To
so
the
that's
TikTok
the trend I'm willing to ride with is Yakin.
Okay, so just so everyone knows, the only reason Salman's here is because of his hair. He's got fantastic hair, and he puts me and Abdullah.
Yo, you guys-
Abdullah's got a really nice hair too. But
Throw some mashallahs in there, man, please.
mashallah. Yeah,
You'll be bald in another year or so.
Hey man, bald is the new black.
what?
That's not how it goes.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's not how it goes.
Thank you
Right.
for your Hananism. I appreciate
Yes,
that.
inshallah.
But just I think working through our first rounders, like Abdullah suggested, I think we could definitely go through. So I was thinking Yakin was going to take Farouk. I think Salman's going to abstain from really.
Absolutely will. Yes. I will
But who do
withdraw.
you think? Are you thinking on the same wavelength or?
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking over here, had UC and Abu Manjar stayed in the draft, I definitely think that one of them would have gone first overall. But now that they've gone into the GM position, I think Farouk is the especially given his connection to Mohammed Patel. The family connection is there, and Farouk is a top player, so I definitely think that he's going to be going first overall. And then moving into second overall, we have Team Sabr. So that's Tayyib Khalir, Mohammed Khalir, and Bilal Mohideen. And so, in recent years, they've been known to take friends and family. And so, when you hear the Khalir name, you think Zaid Khalir. And so I don't actually have Zaid at second, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes second. But I think they do stick with Muhib, who is that, all-round leader and a really good scorer in the league. So I think they do go second with Muhib. What do you think?
So one thing I will say is, yeah, Mohib's a great scorer, but the guy can't hit the targets when it comes down to it. He didn't win the target shooting competition in our skills. But yeah, I do agree. Like, Mohib is up there. I actually have a few guys because, to be quite honest, this draft for me, I don't think it's black and white. I think it's going to be very unpredictable. I have 4 guys sitting at number 2 that could possibly go. I do have Mohib Shah on it, but I also have Mohamed Saleh with his connection with Bilal Mohideen last season. They were phenomenal. Junaid Alvi, again, with that connection, but Junaid Alvi could go next as well. But a guy we know, you two have played with him.
I mean, he was also injured. He's coming off an injury.
So. But I also have Altaf Banjati, right?
Yeah.
He's played.
Altaf
phenomenal seasons.
Yeah, he has wings on his shoes, man.
And he's going for a three-peat. If wherever he goes, he's hunting down that 3 straight championships.
Exactly.
Definitely.
And then with Iman, with the trio of Zakaria Ali, Adam Ahmed, and Omar Hussein, so 2D and forward. So the only team that has 2D and forward, they're definitely looking at a forward. So whether it's, and this is where it gets all complicated. We have Mo Saleh, we have Altaf Banchati, we have Mohib Shah, we have Junaid Alvi. So whoever doesn't go the second, one of those guys are going to go the next. So I don't have a clear picture, but Abdullah, what are you thinking? What are you looking at?
I'm thinking that Adam Ahmed's going to go with Mohamed Saleh. Mohamed Saleh was top 5 in scoring last year. He had multiple player of the week performances. His videos were really entertaining as well.
Yeah, we're gonna keep that up, by the way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I think Mohamed Saleh goes 3rd overall to Iman just because of Adam's trusted connection. I think in a lot of the teams that he drafts guys that he knows. Similar to Dawood, Adam was one guy that's really sticks to the people that he knows. So I think Mohamed Saleh goes at number 3, and then at number 4, I think I had Muhib and then Mohamed Saleh. So I have Altaf going at number 4. To Waqar's team, Rida. I think Waqar and Altaf played really, really good last season on my team, and I think that they definitely have that connection. So
I have them exactly the same. I think Altaf is, if he drops that far, Waqar is going to swoop in. We do see the return of Farouk Salam and Salman Khalid, who we haven't seen in a few years. But yeah, if Altaf sticks around that long, that's just... Again, this is blue and whites. Maybe it's actually a run, and maybe it's a prediction for the blue and white to be able to win something.
So if there's anything that we know, whatever you guys actually think the draft is going to be like, it never goes according to plan, right? But some exciting news right now. We are about to get started with the first round pick in anticipation. So first round pick again. You guys both said Farouk Khan, right?
Yes.
All right. So first round pick, Farouk Khan. Surprise.
No picture?
Twitter, Instagram. You guys
he probably doesn't look as how we remember him. So that's a slender pick for sure. Okay, so Farouk Khan, number one.
Wow,
So
that
family, friends, right?
Definitely not unexpected. Knowing how him playing for the Greenbirds in the Pool of Salam Cup, you definitely have to be good to play on that team. And so him and Mohamed Patel on the back end with Mohamed Shabir and Umir at forward, I definitely think that really solidifies their top 2D pairing.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I actually, like, my second ever year, I was actually on Farouk and Mohamed Patel's team. So maybe they'll draft me and run it back.
So sorry, can you confirm? So Farouk Khan did play Salam Cup the last time, or
I believe he played. Actually, I don't remember seeing him this
Okay.
in 2023. I believe I did see him in 2022 as well. In 2022. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I think if he's healthy and he's at his best, he's definitely one of those guys up there to reckon with. So,
And then he's going to be yelling. So whoever's on this team, know your role. No, he's a great player. I think Mohammed, like you said, Dippy on the back. Whoever's covering him, watch out. He loves to go do his nice patented fake slappers. They're beautiful to watch. Definitely fools everyone. But I think next they're going to be looking for a forward to round that first line like totally out. But this is a deadly team right away. Every team's just going to be deadly from the get-go. It's going to be, I think, the later rounds that really decide a lot of these things.
That's what I think. Actually, you win with your last rounds, so I think that's kind of where the draft lies. Who the heck is Dippy?
Oh, sorry, Mohammed Dippy Patel. So it's not. So when
His
we say,
parents named him Dippy, like middle name Dippy.
yes, yeah, because that's a very Islamic name that they went for Dippy.
All right. So I think we got the number 2 pick. Just waiting for it to come up on the screen here. Mohib Shah.
okay.
All right. So
I
number
was,
2. So did you think that they were gonna pick Mohib Shah? Was that because you said 4 people and then Mohib was one of them?
Yeah. So the reason I was going with Mohib is just because, again, like the connection between Bilal and him, youth, both playing out of the East End a little bit. So I was thinking that they would have, but also just, again, wondering who else could be up there, right? Like Abdullah's referred to, Mohib he is a great goal scorer. Not when he's a GM. When he's a GM, he's way too in his head. And unfortunately, we saw that last season. We saw it the season before in the summer. He's just way into his own head. He just needs to be released with the only thing in mind is to score and make big things happen. So I think we'll see a rebound season. If not, like I said, and the word was out that his good years are behind him. But yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
but before that, is 4 goals and 8 assists enough to be a second round draft pick? I mean, I don't know. What do you guys say? Is that enough to be a second round draft pick?
Honestly,
first round, second overall.
First
Yeah,
round,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, second
first round,
overall,
second
yeah, yeah.
overall. I think stats are subjective. It all obviously it matters on who you're playing against, and some days you're on it, some days you aren't. So
And
Um,
stats are always subjective to a Toronto Maple Leaf.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely,
So-
definitely.
The other thing I was gonna say is is it Mohib or is it Mohib?
I think it's Mohib.
Okay,
It's-
Mohib.
yeah.
So Mohib actually he sticks around the rink. He's a consistent player. He shows up to games, and I think when you're looking for a second pick or a first rounder, that's kind of what you need. You need consistency from your most efficient players. And if it's 4 goals and 8 assists, then that's what it is.
Yeah, and I think regardless of what he does on the what he did last season, his first ever season in Iceland, he came out, won the scoring title, and then won the points title as well, and then ended up leading his team to the championship as well. So
Well,
we know what he can do.
I mean, I think that's simply because people probably figured out his game. But moving on to the 3rd pick, we got Altaf
Okay.
Panchadi.
Yeah. We need a new picture for Altaf because that jersey is no longer. I think it's in the rafters in Yakin history now. But I'm a little bit surprised at this, just because again he is a phenomenal player. Yes, they wanted a forward, but does he play with them? And Abdullah, you're going to know a lot more about this. Is he that kind of that system player, the player that they know? I can't remember what team. What's their Salam Cup team?
Tigers is
The Tigers, yeah.
Tigers.
Has he played for the Tigers?
No,
or-
he's a Palace player, but I definitely think that this is a pick that I believe Adam and Zakaria both had really heavy influence in. Zakaria played on our Yakin team last year, and
Yeah.
so he has that connection with Altaf there. And Adam is was the opposing GM in the finals in December, and that Altaf won the finals MVP or playoff MVP against scoring in that first game and helping us win that that title there. So
I'm just gonna let it be known that they did walk over Junaid Alvi. So sorry, Junaid. Anyways, you're not a GM trio, so RF doesn't have to say you're the weakest GM anymore. But they also walked over Mo Saleh. So this is
which is
Habib's
surprising,
gonna, well,
which is
Habib-
really surprising.
Habib's gonna be sad because he loves to say Mo Salah from Egypt. The
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
connection. So, but again, Altaf is just a formidable player. You don't necessarily like as a goalie. You're expecting him to shoot, but you don't necessarily know what he's going to do. He does have the very quick hands that he can make some dirty work of just right in front of the net.
I mean, it kind of seems like Iman is just trying to get a fast team, right? I mean, knowing Adam and playing with him, it seems he can go from one side to the end, right? One end to the other end, and so I think Altaf kind of puts that in there as well. And do you really need to have a game plan when you just want speed? You're right. Like he's kind of there. I mean, he has 11 assists last season. So I mean, if he's not producing from goals, he's definitely playmaking, and that's kind of maybe the later rounds are the ones to finish the mission, right?
And we know that I believe it's confirmed, but Adam Ahmed is going. He still has his short shorts, but he want to get more aerodynamic. So I think he got the
tights.
The tights. So
we appreciate that.
The league appreciates it.
Alhamdulillah for him to cover his legs. Okay, so number fourth pick. This is going to Rida. We got Mohamed Saleh.
Okay,
not surprising.
Not surprising at all. I think he was definitely someone that was gonna go in that first round. I had him at number 3. I think Module had him around that place similar, and definitely not surprising to see him go top 4. But I don't think he has a connection with Salman Khalid, Waqar, Furqan. So I definitely think this might be a calculated risk on their end. Someone they've never played before, at least in Islam. And so definitely.
So I gotta say one thing about Saleh is that during the pickup game that we had, he was probably one of the best players. It is pickup, not everyone's trying, but despite that, he looked really good, and he looked really good playing with some of the top players who were in there.
Yeah, and I mean, even last season, being in the finals with him, we relied on him heavily, right, to produce and kind of carry the team. The one thing I really like about that kid is his mentality, right? His mentality is extremely strong, and he's a good guy to have on your team, man. I don't remember if he missed any games, but I think the tenacity that he brings to the floor is really what you're looking for. And I mean, he played so well with Hood. So maybe if you can get someone with good hands next to him, I think it's going to be nasty. So it's definitely a good pick. I think it's going to be more interesting to see him play with people who he hasn't really played with.
For
before,
sure.
Right. So.
Yeah, I think he's the epitome of a plug and play player. So he was able to do that on Iman. He just needed I think about 3-4 games to find his rhythm. But with Waqar feeding him and Furqan kind of helping out, and Salman just being a great passer as he is, I think he'll flourish.
Yeah. All right. So we got Sabr for the next pick here.
No, we had
not Sabr.
Taqwa.
My bad.
And it's Shakib Ahmed. Wow. Okay. So this is he is new to the league. He's actually new to the GTA. I've played with him in a couple of pickups that we have in around the Tobico, Malton, Rexdale area.
You played Rexdale?
No, there's just a couple of times. There was just a couple of pickups with the Malton guys. Him at number 5. I did not have this. I think it's the first person that we haven't named at all in this whole podcast to get drafted so far. So definitely a little information about him. He has played for the Whitehawks in the Salam Cup before. He's from Montreal. And so I know he has a connection with some of the guys in the league. And so definitely there's something there that they know that most of the other GMs don't, to take a chance on him in the first round. So yeah.
The only thing I even know is from our insider that he's got a great shot and played for Whitehawks. So I was expecting him to roughly go around where he did. I was actually thinking him possibly to go to Haya with the Luke knowing the Whitehawks, or maybe Ikhlas knowing Whitehawks. But hey, talent's talent, and as long as he can still play and he's doing well, I think Taqwa will succeed. And now they got a nice defenseman to help round out their trio. So again having two D-men and two D-men, two forwards now.
It's too bad they didn't have the fifth pick, eh? So we got pick 6. We got Haya. Goes to Mohamed Hamoud.
Wow. Okay, so this is definitely someone that they have experience with. I think he was drafted by them in the winter season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, definitely someone that isn't a stranger to the Haya hustle. And so Luke and Akib definitely like to pick their trusted players, and Hamoudi is a great leader. Defensively, he can play really just anything. Maybe not goalie, but he can play anything else. So
I wouldn't put it past him. His
yeah.
6'7" frame,
Yeah,
whatever it is.
he's very he's a very, very good player, and so very, very good pick, I think, for Haya, knowing who's on the board left in the end of the first round.
So we're almost nearing the end of the first round. Who's kind of feeling salty at this point? Not being top 6 here.
Like from the panel or just from?
Oh yeah, listen, I stay salty. I'm talking about the league.
Okay, from the league.
Yeah,
I'm thinking maybe maybe Mohamed Kazi is a little upset that his boys on Takwa didn't take him in the first round. Maybe he's mad. Maybe Mohamed Saleh is mad that Adam didn't take him. So
actually, that's what I'm actually pretty surprised about.
Yeah.
I know Adam is going to law school too, so surprising that this is might be his last season for a while. Right? So
yeah,
I'm actually surprised that he didn't pick Mohamed Saleh, because he was a big part of the last season.
I think Saleh might also. I think Saleh's too nice to get upset. He might be waiting for Takwa or Yakin on the back end, but I don't think he's going to last that far. But we'll see.
Yeah. All right. So number 7, Iklas. We got
Ayaz Patel.
Hey, are you related to this guy?
No, but I've been playing with him for like the last 15 years. So I'm,
okay, so he's a
very
friend,
good
not
friends
a family, all right?
Yeah, no.
I didn't have him in my top 10. Definitely throws me off for a loop. But when you have Hamza Chaudhry, RC, and Ali Wadi as the leadership, they know something that other guys don't. And
you mean you?
Yeah,
right.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Getting him helps round out having some speed on the back end with to complement Ali Wadi's just kind of stay at homeness, little lack of speed. But again, he knows where to be as it is. So
one thing I want to say is this is a podcast, and the podcast is live for a reason. We have several people who are listening in who can also partake in this conversation. Drop a comment. We don't necessarily know absolutely every single detail about these players. If you know their waist size, their shoe size, drop that in the comment as well. More things. Keep this interactive. Let's keep this conversation going. It's not a one-sided conversation. So if you are in the audience and you have something to say about these players, please drop it in the comments. Abdullah, do you have anything to say about your cousin, or your friend?
No, not really. I know he's a good player. Really surprising to see Ali Wadi taking him. If in the last game of the season, last season they had a bit of a scuffle.
So he's trying to smooth it over.
Ayaz, went in for a hard hit. I guess it was a blowout game and they didn't really like it, and so maybe this is something to just make amends. So he's a great player, great defensive player, and I think he'll be their top 2 defense with Ali. So great pick here, and I think we're ready for the next pick.
All right, the last pick of the first round, Hassan,
is Mohamed Kazi. Okay, so this is the second straight year that he's been taken in the first round by another team that isn't Malton. So that isn't from Malton GM. So great player. I'm thinking that he immediately slots into that top defensive pairing. With Omar Abdullah, or he'll play forward this season and they'll draft another defenseman in. They do have the snake pick. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
So by the way, he was recently married. So
I know, I played with him.
Okay, yeah.
I could tell. I honestly, I didn't really know him before that last season, but he felt he first couple of games. Yeah, but he settled in nicely.
Yeah, he's actually my cousin, so I can speak a little bit. He did get married, and I believe he moved to Montreal or Ottawa or something. So
your cousin, but you don't know where he lives.
So he's got a lot of air miles, I guess.
He's somewhere over there. So it's gonna be interesting to see what he's gonna do on Fridays because he did end up missing the finals because he was in Ottawa that
Yeah,
week.
man,
So,
that hurt us. That
yeah.
hurt us bad. So I mean, yeah. All right, so we got the number 9 or the 9th pick, Rizwan Khaler. There
Wow.
you go.
A little bit of a surprise on the snake, right? I wasn't expecting Isan to be taking Khaler. I actually thought he would have stayed around for Ikhlas. But
Does that mean that there's a trade maybe looming?
there
Potentially?
possibly is, because friends and family still want to make it happen, right? But it's going to take a little bit more just to. It's gonna like that was not going to give him easy because hey, he stole him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be interesting to see. But Rizwan Khaler, great player, has the ability to make some great passes. Last time he played was, I believe, the last winter season. Correct me if I'm wrong. He had difficulty finding the back of the net, but when it came to assists, he was able to find the players that he needed to get it. So he's not a selfish player, but sometimes I think he does just need to shoot a little bit more. But hey, I think that with age just kind of comes like, hey, I have other teammates, other players who can make things happen. I want to share the wealth. So, and he's great at doing that.
I'll love to see how many assists he actually got in the 2022 or is it 2023 winter season?
2023
right?
winter, he was on my
Yeah.
team. Definitely, he didn't score a lot in the season, but I believe in the finals he had a couple of goals that he put past Mr. Zaid Majo over here. So
Except we still get
except
the chips,
they still got the chip, so probably not enough goals, but
Well-
definitely surprising here to see that his buddy Ali didn't take him in the first round.
Well, let's see what
So-
his buddy Ellie does. Well, I don't think we're surprised here. It's Junaid Alvi. There is no pick for Junaid.
Yeah, that's why we have no graphic here. But Junaid Alvi does go 10th overall, the second pick in the second round to Ikhlas.
Does he deserve a picture?
No, man. He was behind the bench of Iman last year. He was one of their 100 GMs that came and went through the season.
chill. Yeah.
So definitely something there that they saw. And so not surprising, they do have that Greenbirds connection. With Ali and RC and Hamza. So yeah, it's I think it's a good pick for them.
just on that, you know what, he didn't have to come out to our games, and he did. I think in the big, when he did leave, he was a pretty critical,
He
component to our lines changes and all that. So
and he was the guy who's still scoring even when you guys were losing big.
that's
Like
it. That's it. So
even in the losses and the struggles you guys had in the first, I think 5-6 games of the season, five games of the season, he was putting a lot of effort in and making it happen.
we always talk about like injuries and whatnot, and I know a lot of the guys in the pool draft this year are actually injured or recovering, and he's one of them. He says he feels good, he's still playing, but just hopefully everyone plays safe and has a good time, obviously. All right, so the 11th pick for Haya is
Zaid
Zaid
Khaler. Wow.
that's kind of late, right?
I wouldn't say late.
No?
Definitely, he was gonna go in those first two rounds. I'm
Yeah.
surprised it wasn't to one of the friends and family that he's usually on. But I think for Haya, this is a great pick for them. They get a speedy youngster that can really, when it really comes down to it, he can put in those longer minutes, to play. So, good pick for them.
Now, I think he'll fit in pretty well with Haya. A, he hustles. B, Luke loves to do the high dumps, and Sufyan loves to make those stretch passes. And guess what? Zaid just wants it dumped. He wants those breakaways. So he's going to try to exploit a lot of teams on trying to stretch out the play. Sorry, and he's been consistent in that. So I think teams need to smarten up about that. But if Zaid a little bit needs to find another dimension other than just using his speed just to break out like that. But I think it's a great pick. However, again, I think there's two other teams that wanted him.
Yeah. Okay, so we got the 12th pick with Taqwa. Yahya Ingar.
YY. Yes, that's
Is that what we call him?
Yeah.
All right, I'll keep that in.
You could barely say yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So YY Ingard, solid player, just doesn't say a lot, just shows up, does his thing. You think he's not going to be a statement player out there, but was it last season he played or the season before? I think it was the season before. He had Ovi or Lindros goal, whatever. He was like falling down, and he managed to chip it over the goalie's shoulder. So consistent player. I knew he was going to go to Taqwa, and that's where he belongs. He belongs with his teammates and family, family, because cousin Yusuf Ingar, and I think that's a great pickup at 12.
We don't know what's going on on Abdullah's
Yes.
computer here.
I don't know, man. I'm just getting prepared to look at the next couple of picks.
So we know what team Abdullah is going to. Anyways, okay.
What?
Okay, so Team Rida with the 13th pick, Zahir Qazi. Is he Mohamed Qazi's cousin?
We're honestly, everyone in Malton is
Yeah, alright,
related
alright,
somehow.
alright,
He's
alright.
actually my nephew, but we're the same age. So
It's
Yeah.
it's a Gujarati thing.
yeah,
That's all it is.
it's we're all related somehow. You know, we all see each other at the family weddings and stuff.
So what we got to say about this guy?
Definitely, I think it's a good pick for Rida. I think he is he's a good goal scorer. Last year he won Player of the Week, I believe, in week 5 or week 6, putting up like 3 goals. And so I think for Rida, they got their, they've now drafted 2 forwards in their first 2 picks. So maybe Furqan will move back to D, or their next couple of picks will be defensemen, because otherwise they're gonna have to start drafting defensemen with their last couple of picks, or maybe make a trade. So
But is it
yeah.
is it a coincidence that they've already gone with 2 Malton players? And I know we're heavy in the Malton guys in the draft, but
Mhm.
they've gone back to back Malton. So is there a connection with Salman Khalid in Malton or Furqan Salam in Malton?
Not that I know of, but possibly, or maybe they've just done their scouting,
enough.
done their research online, and really looked after,
Checked out their
yeah.
Wikipedia pages.
Probably.
Okay, so Iman with the 14th pick, Ahmed Khalid. Oh man, this is becoming a speedy team. This might be a good pairing with Al Duff, right?
Yeah, but I think he's a little disappointed that he's not on Rida. Just he's a huge Austin Matthews fan. He wants to be in blue and white. But yeah, definitely a lot of speed. I think Ahmed Khalid has calmed down a little bit in terms of just his hot-headedness and his youthfulness. I think, and I hope it doesn't come
Puberty,
to bite
right?
me. I hope it doesn't come to bite me back. But yeah, like if he actually just gets his mindset on playing the game, he can be a phenomenal player. He missed, I think, last season because he was traveling quite a bit. So that might have put on a few pounds, but it is a good pickup. That's kind of. To be honest, I'm waiting to see what he really develops and what he comes out with. But any thoughts, Abdullah, for Ahmed Khalid?
Definitely. I think he is someone that I thought that Dawood would have taken him with the 8-9 pick. He has a connection with Kesentini, and he looks like someone that would be on that team. But I think it's a good pickup for Iman. He's a good hustler. He can get the ball in, and I think
All right,
it's
cool.
a pretty good pick at 14.
All right, so for Suber, pick 15, Asif Bika.
What can I say? He's dropped a little bit further than I thought he would. I'm surprised I didn't pick up on him. He was on one of my lists earlier, but Asif and Muhib have a lot of history together. They've played. I think they play on another team together as well. So they know how to play. They have that connection. So it's a great pickup in terms of that. With some young GMs and young players, it's going to be interesting to see how they work out. But with Mighty Mouse Bilal Mohadin, finding them and just letting both Asif and Muhib just be snipers. Just let them shoot. Just pass them the ball and just tell them to shoot. I think they can make some magic happen. But we again saw the problem last season on Rida, that they were just not able to click. So I hope Bilal can be the catalyst to that team.
It's a lot of pressure for Bilal there. Anything parting thoughts?
I think Asif.
No, you're too busy chatting. All right. sorry.
No, man. I'm switching between tabs, trying to look at everything, looking at stats. No, it's okay. We'll save it for next week.
All right. Yakin, pick number 16, Faizan Qazi.
So yeah, this is another Malton guy. So they've gone, the first 2 picks being people that they know. Faizan plays with Umair on a number of teams. And so, I think they definitely have that connection there. He's someone that, coming into, I believe he's played ISM before, but only once. So not in the, last couple of years. So, I don't think the other GMs really knew what he brought to the table, but definitely he's a tall, fast guy. He has good hands, and I think at 16th overall, I think that's a pretty good pick for them, given that they kind of want someone to complete their first line of forwards. So yeah,
there's a lot of Ghazi talent in the draft, and I'm having difficulty figuring out which Ghazi is what.
Yeah, me too.
But
Roger.
we need all you guys to show up for your pictures, so we at least have pictures to put on.
Seriously,
or even just maybe even we need to make it a requirement of the draft of signing up is send us your picture.
Send us just take a selfie and add it to the Google form or something, so we can get you You can get a nice graphic for you guys.
All right, so pick 17 with Yakin, Maz Panchbaya.
So yeah, another Malton guy. I think these guys definitely. I think we know their strategy now is going for what they know. Maz is another like Faison, tall, speedy guy. He has a good shot. And so just these guys are drafting people that they trust and they know. And when it comes down to it, sometimes that's really what you need in a draft like this.
Did Maz play a year ago? Yeah.
Yes, Maz played in the winter season of 2022. I believe that's the last time he played. He was on Subber and got traded to Takwa midway through the season. He did. He was on Subber and got traded to Takwa midway through the season and played with Umair on that team.
So in that season, unfortunately, he played 6 games, Maz Panchbaya, but only put up 3 points. So 1 goal, 2 assists.
Interesting. All right, Subber with the pick 18. First goalie, Yusuf Kapoor.
Wow. Okay.
Is that a surprising pick? Because I mean, is Yusuf truly the best goalie in the draft? Yeah.
So you want to go on record, Irv? Just put it on. Yeah. I think he definitely is my in the top 8. Right. He's proven himself year in year out, or season in season out. He's consistently had one of the better save percentages, one of the better goals against average, and he has stood on his head for the last 2+ seasons to really pull out wins and try to keep the team in the playoffs. So I think Yusuf is one of the best goalies in the league right now. He's at the top of his game, and it's really good to see that he's gone to Subber.
All right, sounds good. So for Iman, pick 19, Bilal Alvi.
Wow.
Hold on. That was. Are we surprised? I mean, that was a big sigh and pause.
I definitely knew that. Adam wanted his. I believe cousin, or definitely cousin. I think Adam really wanted him. He was drafted by Ikhlas last season. To another people that know him through the Greenbirds hockey program. So definitely, I'm not surprised that he went at 3rd round. I'm just surprised that they I thought that after the first goalie would go, that they would go for a goalie to try to secure a goalie early on, but I'm guessing not. I think Bilal is a very tall, he has a heck of a shot. He is a really good really good wind up. It's almost like he does like a full 360 before he but gets his stick back on the ground. So I think it's a good pick at 19.
Okay, sweet.
Sorry.
Anything else?
Yeah, just I'm a little surprised he went, but just because now they have 3D in 6 for 6 players, so half their team is defense. But he is a really good player. I don't think there's gonna be a rush on goaltending. I think teams know what they want to get, and it's good not to jump the gun and just start getting a spree on goalies.
All right.
Sorry, Commissioner.
So we got Ridha for pick 20, Omer Awan.
So this guy is one of the, I believe, 5 players from Cambridge that are carpooling with Furkan. So I'm not surprised to see this pick. We don't have much information on him. I did do a couple of Google searches, found some stats from like 2016, 2015. So I'm not really sure if he's played recently. I think just going off of, if he is getting drafted in the 3rd round, he definitely is someone that definitely brings something to the table. And so that family connection, with Rida. I think we're gonna see a lot of that Cambridge connection later on in the draft. So I'm not surprised to see him at 20. So,
Yeah, inshallah, we just don't. I hope we don't have any ride issues. That's all. That's all I'm hoping.
yeah.
The one season that they should be playing is summer and fall, not the winter if they're coming from Cambridge. But inshallah, they. I get my own. I like this. I like this. Okay.
I got you.
But
buddy. I
yes.
got you. I got you.
All right. So we got pick 21, Taqwa, Ismail Mandra.
I don't really recall him. Do we have a picture? Yes, we do. Oh, yeah. So okay,
He was on your
Ismail.
team
Yeah,
last
he
year,
was.
man.
Dude, I didn't even know what his last name was,
How
but
did you forget him.
I don't know his last name.
He's
I
the
just
one who kept running around like crazy.
yeah. No, Ismail is a good pickup. See, I need to see faces. I'm like Sully over here. As long as I see the picture, I know who I'm talking about now. I didn't know his name was last name was Mandra, but actually a really good player, really good pickup. A lot of hustle, a lot of heart, but a little bit of a fiery temper. So he did kind of get into trouble with last season, couple of penalties, and really unfortunate timing penalties. That's something that broke us from time to time. So I think if he gets that under control, if he gets that side of him under control, he takes that frustration, that fire, and puts it into just playing hockey. I think he can really take it to another gear and really kind of and he did destroy some goalies, like taking corners and stuff. So great player, great IQ.
So not physically, just
No,
two goals.
no,
okay,
no.
that's okay. That's
Yeah.
good. That's the kind of
That's what we
destroying
want.
that we like to see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of those speedy. He's a speedy player, and he's another Malton guy that's been drafted by the Taqwa GMs. They
Cool.
missed out on him last season, and so I guess they got him this season.
So pick 22, Haya, Yusuf Ahmed Siddiqui.
No picture.
He's I believe he's like 17 or 18 years old.
Wow.
He is one of the younger players in the league. He's part of the Greenbirds program. I believe he won MVP.
Is that what they call it? Greenbirds program.
No, I call it the program, but he he won MVP, I believe, either this year or last year in the Division B Salam Cup finals that they won.
Okay.
So he's very familiar to some of the younger guys in the league. But Haya, I think this is a great pickup for them. A little, I think it is a risk taking someone, unknown to the league this early. But I'm sure this is a risk that is calculated, and they've probably done the same research as us. So I think they, him at 22 is bold, but it's probably going to be a good decision. I think coming from them.
Yeah.
Listen,
Let's just
risk
move
can
on.
fail or they can really
Yeah.
be successful. I mean, I'm sure there's other people that know him too. But moving on to the next pick, 23, Ikhlas Ali Khwaja, goalie
And-
number 2.
And I don't think we had
You
any
can't-
surprise.
Yeah, you can't.
He's
fail.
again one of my 1A goalies. I think we could have bet. We could have bet on Ali going to Ikhlas. There was no question about it. The only other team that would have taken him, not to say just because of his caliber, it's just like Isan would have tried to make a play at him just to throw a wrench on Ikhlas. But yeah, this is a phenomenal pickup. Great pick. Not too early, not too late, and just a fantastic goalie to have, and championship goalie pedigree.
All right, so for Isan, pick 24, Farouk Sani.
The Sani man.
Yeah, I mean,
I think this is a great pick for them. I think going off of who's really just left in this draft, I think he's one of the few names that are still at the top. And so I think him with Dawood, I believe he was on his team last year.
Correct.
So I guess they liked what they saw last year, and they're gonna I guess take a chance on him again this year.
Yeah, I hope he continues to show up regularly, right? I know that they missed him a few games here and there, and that's always a challenge, because Farouk, he is a presence on the floor, and when you're missing a player like that, it throws a wrench in your game. So as long as he shows up, and he's got a great shot, great hockey IQ, I think this team is really rounding out quite well, and that'll just lead us into our next pick, which again continues to just round out their team.
25, Omar Mahmoud.
So I don't know what position he signed up for. He always signs up for forward,
Yeah.
and then
He
poor
plays
guy
defense.
gets relegated to playing defense because he is so good at it. he has this patented move that he just finds a way to get around players.
And he's very good at shielding the ball from, I guess, from forwards that are hacking at him. I play with him on the York Phantoms team that plays on Tuesdays, and so kind of what his signature move is getting the ball at the half and just holding it, protecting it, and somehow making his way right to the net. And so I think this is a good pick for them at 25. They've now rounded out either their they get someone to go on second line forward for scoring, or they get someone to hold on that second second defense pairing,
or just defense when Kazi doesn't show.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So pick number 26, Asan.
Can you say?
Oh,
this
sorry,
name?
my bad. They both start with I. See, that happens to the best of us.
And can you see this player's name? Can you say it?
Ryan Khwaja. That's a ride pick right there.
Yeah, definitely.
He needs his dad to drive him into the rink. So is that gonna hurt Iklas? Do you think he
absolutely not? I actually thought that I thought Dawood was gonna take Rayan with the 24th or 25th pick or the 9th pick even. I think he could even go that high. Dawood actually picked him first overall in the summer league. And Dawood, I feel like he's drafted Rayan like 3 or 4 times since Rayan's played. So I really
don't want to poke the bear. That's Ali.
Yeah, definitely. I think if there would have been a ride issue and probably a trade talk, and I think everyone wanted to avoid the situation. Yeah. So he probably read the comments. So I'm glad that GMs are starting to look at the comments. There you go. Scouting report.
So we got Haya pick 27, Adam Syed. Solid pick.
And how do we not have a picture?
No picture for him? He went to the finals, guys.
Adam, what the heck, bro? Like, why didn't you post for a picture?
Come on, guys.
And I do remember. I really remember Imad trying to go and get a picture of him, and what did he say, Imad? Was he saying, "Oh, my hair is too messy today. I don't want it
That's
today"?
Like most of the guys.
I think our new, I think our new OC member, maybe he can help with getting people to take.
For sure. You know what? For anyone that doesn't have a picture, if you guys don't take a picture in the first couple of weeks, I'm gonna just take whatever picture I see on your Instagrams.
There you go.
So I guess that's
and we're gonna make sure it's an embarrassing picture, so we can put that up.
We'll stalk your Facebook. You're from like 10 years ago.
Adam Syed, 10 years ago, he was probably 6, 7
Listen,
years old. But great goalie.
Yeah,
this
is a good pick.
Much better than Riaz Hussain, I will say that. So
wow,
up the line.
Wow, called him out right on the podcast. Riaz isn't even playing this year,
that's
man.
fine. Riaz can, but I know Adam's getting happy about that. But Adam, just phenomenal goalie. He does whatever he needs to do to get in front of that shot. Like, he makes some acrobatic saves, but also just good positioning. So a little surprised to see that they've gone away from Khalid Mufti, who I believe is in the draft.
He is. He is.
So that is a first for Haya to go away from Khalid Mufti. So interesting strategy.
I'm really liking this Haya team. I think they haven't drafted a single Mullik. So they haven't drafted a single Mullik. Hey, it hasn't worked out for them in the past couple of seasons.
All right, so maybe they're switching it up.
Yeah, they're switching it up.
So we're gonna keep it moving swiftly here. So for Takwa, pick 28, Musa Mandra.
Okay,
another goalie.
Yeah, I actually don't have a lot of information about him.
Okay, so yeah, Musa is another one of the young Malton.
Is your cousin? Oh,
no.
Okay.
So he was the one who came up.
I believe he came to the pickup.
Yeah,
I believe he came to the pickup and he played pretty solid from what I've heard. He is, okay, yeah. I think he's definitely on a good day. He's a top goalie.
What about on a bad day?
On a bad day, I think everyone has their bad days. So I think he's a very good goalie. I'd say obviously the Malton GMs have seen him play. Yeah. And the junior Salam Cups and senior Salam Cups, and so I definitely think that this is a calculated.
Now are they? I understand you're saying it's a calculated draft pick, but are they just getting Musa? Because you kind of sounded a little bit hesitant. Are they just getting him for the sake of a ride, or because he's an area goalie? Or
well, he is also Ismail Mandra's brother. I'll put it up there.
There we go.
So we should have led with that. All right.
So they can come, but given they had 4 goalies, I believe 3 or 4 goalies left to take. I think getting your last round picks, brother. The next round, I think would be maybe a good way for them to
So the GMs are definitely talking amongst each other, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think they're probably all at each other's houses, eating slice of the Sixers.
Okay, we got to get going. We got to
Yeah.
get going.
Okay, we're gonna go
quick.
quick now. All right. So the way we're gonna do this, with starting with pick 29, we're just gonna go to Zed, and then we're gonna go to you. Okay, Abdullah.
Okay, sounds
So pick.
By the way, my name's Maju.
Yeah, Maju. Yeah, okay. So Farida, pick 29, Ali Jawad Darbai.
Great player. He doesn't get the recognition he deserves. I've tried to shout him out on the podcast a few times during our weeks, but I think I haven't done it well. Great, fantastic pickup. Great hustler on defense. Plays defense and is not a game changer, but he will definitely challenge the first liners on any team, and he will really find a way to keep his own. He did rack up a few points from what I believe last season. So fantastic pickup for them.
All right. So we'll go to the next pick for Iman, pick 30, Hassan Zaidi.
Wow. I think it's a pretty low from I believe where he was originally ranked, but I think it's a good pick for them. They drafted another defenseman. So I'm guessing they want a good pair for Bilal. I think this is a pick that it also comes with ride issues. I think his son Mikhail is also in the draft, so there's gonna have to be some probably maybe Mikhail will be in the next couple of rounds.
So pick 35, we'll earmark that one. Hassan looks kind of scary, man. I don't know if I'd go up against him if he's a defense.
He is he is one of the I guess grizzled vets, as we like to say, and
Grizzled.
he isn't afraid to be physical.
Yeah.
So
All right.
One,
Yeah.
of, one of the things about him that a lot of people don't realize is back in the day, he used to be a really good forward, like in other leagues, scoring leader and stuff.
Yeah.
So did he also have hair at that time?
Yeah, a lot more. But
His hair just ended up
Yeah,
shifting
yeah.
down here.
It migrated south.
Yeah.
Just like the birds. Okay, Subber, pick 31, Naeem Shah, Maju.
Family connection, 100%. Mujib
Yeah.
Shah, Naeem Shah, brothers. Naeem is getting a little slow in his old age. No, I'm kidding. He's still younger than
he's
me.
still young.
Yeah, he is. But great pick. I usually rank Naeem higher than most other people do. I think maybe I do. Maybe it is because of his potential, what I see in him, and what I think he has the ability to be a really good goal scorer. He just needs to just let it rip from time to time. But I do see that it's a great pickup. A little bit of grizzledness, I guess you can say it. But he also just needs to calm down a little bit. Just he does yak off to the referees a little bit, and that sways the refs a little bit against him. So, but great pickup.
Okay, so we're gonna go to Yaquim, pick 32, Farouk Khan.
So this is their second. This is their second.
This,
Farouk
you know,
Khan.
this
Not
has
again.
happened. By the way, this has happened
This
in previous
happened.
seasons, right?
Yep.
And I think I may have even been on that team, and I was
I
like,
played for that team.
you call out their name, and they both look at you.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, who am I actually wanting to talk to?
And this is a team that, sorry, I'm gonna let you go, but this is a team that's gonna be pretty loud on the defensive end. They're gonna have a lot of strong personalities, but great pick. But it's gonna get interesting.
This is honestly pretty low compared to how kind of good of a season he had in the summer.
Yeah.
I believe he won best defenseman or MVP. I believe
I'm pretty
in the
sure he's
regular season.
happy. I'm sure he's happy just to now be a little bit lower. So
yeah, but
pressure's
and
off him.
I think their second Farouk Khan, another defenseman, and that I guess rounds out their top 4D. So
Cool. So let's see what they got for pick 33.
Oh God, not
Mohammed
this.
Patel.
Oh, this Mohammed Patel.
This
I have
Mohammed,
no idea who the heck
okay,
that
so
is.
they have another Mohammed Patel. This is their third Mohammed Patel on the team.
That's not going to get confusing
Um,
with two Farouk Khans and three Mohammed.
Well,
Patels.
they all have their nicknames. So he goes by Sulu, as his middle name is Suleiman.
Okay.
So he's a great defenseman. I think I just played against him a couple of days ago in at the hangar. So he's tough to go against, tough to get past, and he isn't afraid to lay the body and really play a bit.
Sulu?
Yeah.
Sulu.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is
that's
that
it. Could
a-
just say. I mean, my nickname is Sully, so I mean, why couldn't it just be Sully? You know what I mean?
Uh,
Maju, anything to say here?
If I recall, he's a little bit of a smaller guy, but hey, if you can be physical with the big boys,
he's
then-
like 6'3", man.
Oh, dude,
he's
I
like
don't
6'2",
even remember who
6'3",
the heck
yeah.
I'm talking about. Okay,
All
moving
right,
on.
so pick 34 was Subber. Amr Wasif.
Amr Wasif. Yeah,
Man, he's good. He's good. He's a good pick for Subber. I think
Is that
there's
because of his hair
familiarity here
or
too.
because of his beard
Honestly,
or
I
hair?
don't know what's going on here. He doesn't have bad hair, but that may not be the best picture,
Okay.
personally speaking.
No,
He has pretty good hair, man. He has pretty good hair. I'd say he's
We're really talking about hair on this podcast.
hey, you know, it might be
you,
some.
you started off with someone's beard or hair migrating south. So,
Yeah, man.
but Amar Wasif, great player. You don't expect him to be, or people don't give him enough credit. Let's put it that way. He does carry a second line pretty well. He's done it for the last couple of seasons on, I think, Ehsan and I believe it was on Ikhlas, which that's the picture.
And Iman last
and
season,
Iman
right?
last year.
Iman last season.
Yeah.
And Takwa in the fall season. That's
See,
why I
like, yeah.
drafted him. So
Yeah.
He's a good player. He's a really good player. But I think about where he should have gone.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think him, if I believe, if Adam, if he made it to 35, Adam would have taken him there, as Adam loves playing with him. So he's a good center and he wins a lot of faceoffs.
So someone who was just who is probably not going to help Iman and pick 35, Omar Asawi.
Omar Asawi, no graphic for Omar Asawi.
Yeah, because
Wow.
he's not really that helpful in the
No, we got
team.
pictures of him. We got enough pictures of him. We just didn't have time to make it.
No worries.
or just didn't want.
Yeah,
He
late
is a late
Phillies,
Philly.
late
He
Phillies.
just
Yeah.
he just got confirmed in the player pool this afternoon.
Well,
So,
it's because of
yeah,
the changes
because of the
to
GM changes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he is coming off an injury. He will be, I
Yeah.
believe, missing the first
two or
two
three.
or three games.
Yeah.
So that's why he
Um,
dropped, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Significantly here.
Yeah,
So
but again, just phenomenal player, great back end IQ. Now we have 5 D men on that team: Adam Ahmed, Zakaria Ali, Bilal
Wow.
Alvi, Hassan Zaidi, and Omar Asawi.
yeah, but these are defensemen that pinch, right? So are they truly Yeah, they are
Yeah.
defensemen,
Yeah.
but they're also
And
shift forward.
Zakaria Ali, how many games are you missing this time? Please let us know. in
I'm
the chat.
I'm guessing he's missing a lot because they've gone really defense heavy this year. Unless they really just the forwards really just want their playing
Adam's
time.
gonna go forward.
They really just want.
Yeah,
their
Adam
playing
can
time.
definitely play forward. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, Rida, pick 36, Gibran Salam.
So yeah, like we kind of mentioned earlier, this is another Cambridge guy.
So is he on the bus too?
Probably. I think they're gonna all come in a minivan.
All
So
right, there you go.
if you see a Honda Odyssey pulling up,
Like at the Bleaky Jamaat.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, Toyota Sienna. That's what
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Yo,
Yeah, like,
listen,
gotta be a
those
Sienna.
those vans are very nice. Okay. Okay, so
I'm pretty sure you could talk with all the dads. It's like, yeah, what's the best van out there?
that's it. So pick 37, Taqwa, Farhan Saleh.
So yeah, this is another. It's a repeat from last year. He was taken, I believe, around in the 5th or 6th round from Takwa last year.
Yeah.
So same GMs, same player. He probably gets to keep his jersey. Yeah, definitely. I think it's a good pick. He's a defenseman. And he's just another guy that's he's a good rotation player and
So
with good depth.
one thing I will say this season is everybody, you guys have to wear your new jerseys. We have new sponsors. So every season we get new sponsors. You need to wear the new jerseys. That's the whole reason of it. We need to really advertise that. But for Farhan Saleh, fantastic player, great player, but still haunts my dreams. I don't want that 6'3" frame running at me in the net when I'm like down and making a save. I think he scored like 2 goals or 3 goals in one of the playoff games against me, and it's just, oh man, he haunts my dreams right now.
All right, so pick 38, Abdullah Patel. Hey, is he
Okay.
related to you?
Yeah.
Which
um,
Abdullah Patel is this, man?
Oh, they're using my new picture. I
There
haven't
you
seen
go.
this one on the website either. So wow, this is gonna be my my first
So-
time on Haya.
So wait, before we actually go any further, Abdullah, before the draft, we put all our guesses of which team would go to, and so you're going to Haya, but you had said you're going to Class.
I was one pick away. Maybe I would have been at that 39 spot. But hey, I'm excited. I've played with Souf on the York Phantoms in the Salam Cup. Have a good connection with him. And yeah, this is my first time on Haya, and looking at this team, I'm honestly seeing Zaid Khalir, Hamoudi, Yusuf, and then Adam in that. I definitely think we're shaping up to be a pretty good team. So yeah, I guess the first person on the podcast down.
Are you disappointed that you're not in Class?
No, man. I love trying new things, man.
He
I,
loves wearing the green. That it was green or blue for him. Like I think he's just hiding it.
Hey man,
All right.
gray is cool, and anything. I'm excited to try out new teams. It's gonna be my first taste of Haya. So
All right.
for
So
first
hopefully you got
teams,
that hustle. You got to keep running.
For first taste of being yelled at by Luke.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
So pick 39, going to class. We got Dawood A. Siddiqui.
This is actually the brother of Yusuf Ahmed Siddiqui, who went at the 22 pick with Haya.
Okay.
They are gonna carpool together, so this may become a tricky situation. But I think he is also one of those youngsters that have played in the Junior Salam Cups, and so I'm sure if he's getting picked at 39, Ali, RC, and Hamza probably know him from the youth.
This is going to be the most surprising pick for pick 40 and Hassan. Buckle up, everyone. You might lose your hair on this one. Crazy pick. Pick 40.
Oh no.
Not the
No.
Ibrahim that I was thinking of.
There we
There
go.
we
There we go.
There we go.
Ibrahim Hindi.
Hassan,
Such
how
a
crazy of a
surprise.
pick is this?
Just mind-boggling. I did not think he was.
So unrelated to hockey, I follow him on Instagram and TikTok, and I've told him this personally. Follow him. He has some really, really good content. So yeah.
Thanks for the plug.
Yeah.
But Ibrahim Hindi is one of those players who has an 8-year contract with Dawood. So I think he's only about halfway through it. And Farouk just started on it recently. Farouk Sani, I'm talking about. So yeah, Ibrahim's just about halfway through. So good player, right? Again, he sometimes has some attendance issues. Nothing significant, but comes out to play, plays well, and does his thing. So just great pickup, great player.
So that's so we're 40 players in.
And then we're showing the active list right now.
I just wanna quickly ask you both. What team do you guys seems to like? What team do you think is looking good right now? Just
Oh man.
up to pick 40. Just give me one team, and who still has a chance to turn it around.
Dude, you just threw me under the bus. I'm just trying to think. I'm like, I think Haya looks good. Again, I'm biased just because of goaltending. I see a goalie, so I'm like, okay, this is kind of well-rounded. Subber, again, great. Great
Just one
goaltending.
team, Maju.
That's true.
Yeah, we're not talking. Just give me one team.
Come back to me.
All right.
I'm thinking that I think Yakin looks really strong. They have a really good top 2, I think top 4D, and then their forwards are all young, fast, and they have great hands. So
And I just want to give a shout out to the comments. If anyone's dropping any comments, if you could take a look into that as well. We haven't heard from the people in a while. So if you are
It's
still
just
tuning in,
Mubin. It's just Mubin. It's just Mubin.
Thank you to our number 1 subscriber.
We did have Adam Sayed drop. Oh well, actually, All-Star driving school, which is Rizwan.
Yeah.
He did say Yahya, solid brother, brings it every night, and then Adam Sayed, who was saying Rayan Kazi is the best Kazi of all time. So throwing some fire out there, but that's it, guys. Come on, just get involved, throw some chats out there, throw something more meaningful than just hey, hi, how are you?
Man, we're still doing this thing. So we're waiting for pick 41.
Oh, we got it.
Taha Azhar. There you go for Team Hassan.
Now, I'm trying to think. Did he end? He was traded last season, but did he end on Dawood's team or
He ended on Ikhlas. He was traded from Iman to Ikhlas.
Okay, so he's fresh on the 8-year contract. He's brand new to that contract.
Yeah, I think this is his first time in, at least since I've been playing, which is probably the last 5 years. I haven't seen Taha on Dawood's team.
Okay.
So yeah, usually he's used to either wearing black or green. So maybe the taste of
He's
red
got
will
a
be.
bigger contract than Willie Nylander.
Oh yeah.
But Taha is he is a good player. A lot of speed on the back end. So he plays defense. That does help. I think they only have they have Omar Abdullah, Mohamed Kazi, Farouk Sani, and now Taha Azhar for defense. Omar Mahmoud, again, he could play back in front. But definitely good pickup. He does add a little bit of extra from the back end with the risk, right? With him pinching in, leaves him exposed. But I have no doubt that the speed of Omar Abdullah, Daoud, and others will compensate as necessary. So good pickup.
Mhm.
All right, so we're gonna go to pick 42 here for a class.
This is
Mikhail
Mikhail
Zaidi.
Zaidi. Okay.
Trade incoming. We're gonna have a
Yes,
trade.
We
at
have
some
our
point.
first conflict that we at least that we know of, where things are gonna get spicy in the GM chat later this week.
But
So
you know what? That being said, like Mikhail Zaidi could have been with his dad, and that team Iman did not pick
Mhm.
Mikhail Zaidi. But fantastic pickup. Just a lot of hustle. Plays well. He missed part of, I believe, not last season, but the season before because of an injury. And
he played in the summer on
the summer.
Team Rida.
yeah, so
Yeah.
he missed part of it because of an injury, but fantastic player, great work ethic, and definitely you do feel his presence when he's out there.
Okay, so we're gonna go to pick 43 for Haya, Hashim Chaudhry.
Okay.
Stellar D-man. Like again, for a big body D-man, he still loves to go in and pinch. It's going to be interesting. I think Hashim is a good player, but sometimes players' personalities clash, and I don't know if that may happen here or not.
I think we're still missing these stats on the screen as well. I mean, stellar.
Hashim he was on our Yakin team last year. He did score a couple goals, and he definitely is someone. Hashim, the last time he was on Haya he won. They won in the winter 2022 season.
Okay, guys, I'm just gonna leave now because I'm just not saying anything honest. I don't know. I'm just talking out of my yin yang. But like,
he actually scored in the finals. I remember watching from from outside the ring. He scored against Ihsan in the finals, and
By the way, we got our first chirp here. Rayan Khawaja saying keep him.
So
keep
talking
him. We'll
about,
drive him. Oh, up top.
Mikhail
Up.
Zaidi.
Oh yeah, Mikhail Zaidi. Okay, okay.
So we got Taqwa for pick 44. Ishaq Bayat.
For the first time in forever, he's not on Dawood's team. This is wow. I was thinking
he must have done something to void that contract.
I think he probably just asked Dawood to give it a rest probably before today. But yeah, I think Ishaq is someone that isn't new to this league. He's every single season he's you can really recognize him. He has the tinted visor and it's always covering his eyes. So it's he's a great player, a great teammate, and I think
comes from a long line of Bayats.
I mistook him for Mobeen on one of the nights. Like, wow, Mobeen.
I don't think you're the only one. I don't think you're the only one.
That's not Mobeen. His underwear is actually inside his pants.
Zing. Okay, pick 45 for Rida. Saleh Awesome.
Wow. Okay. So this is a pick. Actually, I'll let you.
Wait,
start.
is this
no,
a Cambridge? Is this a Cambridge?
No.
Not Cambridge.
He's Malton, right? He hangs out with a lot of the Malton guys, or he knows a lot of them, or heck, he might be married into Malton.
Yes.
I don't know what exactly.
Yeah,
that is,
you
but-
kind of got it. But basically,
But he's not with Ali Wadi for first time in a few seasons.
yeah. So Saleh is he has that connection with Salman Khalid with the York Phantoms team.
Okay.
And so I believe before the drafts, Doc was messaging a couple of us and saying, hey, what are your thoughts on coming to our team and stuff. So yeah.
Doc, you did well. He's a really good player. He knows where to be. He knows how to play, and you're not going to get a better two-way player than him. Like he really just gives it all outright hustle. Doesn't really make a lot of defensive errors. So I'll definitely give him that. I'd love to have him as a D-man for me any day of the week. But I don't know. Is he a rising TikTok star or not? Like I just see a lot of followers around him, like people just flocking around him at the rink. So this is kind of
Who, Saleh?
yeah, solid.
Oh yeah. Well, he's gonna be probably one of the newer members into that Malton crew. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Must be initiation, eh? There must be some sort of initiation in Malton. Anyways, Iman, pick 46. Khalid Mufti.
Khalid Mufti. Okay, another goalie down. I believe that leaves 2 goalies left.
Who are the last 2 goalies?
The last 2 goalies are Ashfaq Sheikh and Shiraz Mahmood, I believe.
Yeah, correct. Those would be the last 2. So Ashfaq is Blackbeard. Right?
Black Bear.
Black Bear. Sorry, I
Yeah.
always get that.
Sounds like a pirate's name.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I
Black
was
Bear.
Black Bear. Yeah.
Yar matey, it's
Yeah.
Black Bear. and Shiraz Mahmoud. So you can't go wrong. So I guess if you haven't figured out by now, but I had to drop out. I was planning to play, but just some health issues came up, so I'm not playing this season. But we have fantastic goalies replacing me regardless. So
inshallah, we'll see you in the summer, Maju.
I don't know if climate change goes to the other way and we get like an ice cooling maybe in the summer, but inshallah, I'm around.
Inshallah,
but,
keep Maju in your doors, guys. Okay, so we're gonna go to pick 47 for
sorry,
Suburb.
I'm just gonna give Khalid Mufti a
Oh,
shout
yeah.
out because fantastic goalie. He definitely now has the defense to help him. Not that he needs so much of it. We have Marty Brodeur just basically playing there, but they definitely need some forwards to round it out. But yeah, let's get on to Suburb.
All right, cool. So pick 47 for Suburb. Fahad
Panchbaya.
Panchbaya.
So this is a pick. He's another, Malton guy, but I don't think he's been on a Malton team in a while. And so I'm not sure if I believe he has played with Dayab in the past on probably one of the last couple of seasons.
He was actually with Dayab on a class last year.
Last
Because
year.
he was on
Yes,
green.
he was.
Yeah.
He was on green. So yeah, definitely he probably has a connection there. And I think at 47, he's another one of those forwards that you really want good squad depth.
Yeah.
On your offensive thing. And I think on a good day, he has good net presence. I think he's
Yeah.
one of those guys that can really clean up in front of the net. If you do give a rebound, he's probably going to be there, especially on the power play. So I think it's a pretty good pick for them.
So for anyone that's wondering, there is no love lost here. He is not related to Fahad Panchbaya is not related to Huzaifa Panchbaya. So there's no, and Gujaratis will understand this, but like there's no cutties, nothing like, oh, I'm not going to be friends with you. So
he is related to a couple of the Molten guys.
Yeah.
So
All right. So for pick 48, Yakin Abid Bayat.
So
I
another,
feel like yeah.
another Molten guy. I think they've drafted probably one.
Man, how big is Malton, man?
It's pretty big when it comes
Change
to
the
Jeez.
league name. To,
Yeah, man.
Malton.
Ball Hockey League of Malton.
Yeah, I think when it comes to
Honestly, I don't
hockey,
even know where.
Malton
You know,
ball
you know, wait. Let's time out for a second. I don't even know where Malton is, but I just assume it's Brampton. I'm like, they belong to Brampton.
so it's like Brampton over here, and then there's Steeles, and then Malton is right after Steeles. So it's in between, like
So Malton is still part of Toronto or Mississauga?
it's on the edge, like
Okay.
it's like right on the edge of Toronto.
Alright.
Right up the 427 at the Finch exit.
Hey, excuse
So-
me, we're
All
trying
right.
to give Google directions.
So we
here.
got pick 49 for Yakin Qasim Mahmoud.
Do we have a picture of Qasim?
No, he's a
No.
new player.
New player.
I've actually played with.
Of course
Qasim.
you
He's
have.
another Malton guy.
So do you do
Uh,
anything else other than playing hockey?
No, I think he plays like 3
yeah.
times a week.
Well, last season I played 4 times a week, and I don't think it's yeah.
So what do you got to say about Qasim here?
Qasim, I've played with him in the I guess the Malton Youth Gym League. He's a good player. I think that he's gone a bit slower, but he is still very, very he is a very good shot, and I believe he plays center, so he's good on faceoffs as well. So yeah, I think this is another one of those picks that they're drafting people that they know. And I believe his brother is also in the draft, so possibly we'll be seeing his brother somewhere along the line, either on this team or another Malton team.
And Qasim brings the age, the overall age of Yakin down.
Yeah.
Just so we know.
Definitely
All right,
an
so
already young team.
so we got pick 54 Suburb Amr Hanif.
Grizzled veteran. That's all I can say. He's a great player. Plays defense, but I believe he can also play forward. He hasn't played forward in quite a few years, I believe.
Nah, I think he's defense.
He's just pure
Yeah,
defense.
yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? I saw him at pickup, and I've seen him before play here, and he has the ability to go up and like play forward, but he's still a great D-man. I know he has his very particular players he likes to play against just to shut them down, just so he can smack talk. But grizzled veteran like none other, and yeah, I think he's going to a good team. They are lacking a little bit on the defensive end. Just kind of looking at their team, I think Iman and Sabr need to have some trades to even out the defense. But good pickup at 50.
All right, cool. So we got Iman, pick 51, Zaid Qadiri. That kid looks like he's 12.
He is
He is young.
I believe he's like 16,
And
16, 17.
and no relation
17?
to Nazim Qadri.
no
That's, you know
relation.
what? I was just about to say that actually.
He's-
I mean, if he does, I mean, there.
He was the first one to lift the cup for our team, actually. I think this is a great pick. Zaid is, a lot of times he's overlooked, but I
Yeah.
really think that he is someone that isn't afraid to, take hits. will he'll put his body on the line just to get the ball out.
That guy will
Um,
get crushed.
He still
doesn't
ends
care.
up getting it done, man. I think he actually scored and kept us alive in game 1 of the semifinals.
Zay
against
doesn't care.
Taqwa. He's a great in front of the net. Not as strong of a shot, but he never stops running. Actually,
Yeah.
like the entire game. He
And
could
then-
block a shot and keep running, continue the.
And-
To be young again.
And
Yeah.
then
Be
being
young
paired
again.
with Omar Hussein is going to be good. Like Omar Hussein, we saw what he was able to do, and kind of move around and find players. I think Qadri is just going to be
Nice.
on the receiving end of that.
Nice. Okay, so we got Rida, pick 52, Suleiman Batti.
He cannot escape the Rida Blue. That's yet another season. I know that's not the picture, but he's on Rida again. I don't know how happy he is about being on just blue, but a good, honestly, good all-around player. Anywhere you put him, he knows how to perform. We put him. He's usually used to playing on the wing, and he's able to perform. We put him on center. This man is a phenomenal defense-first centerman. So he knows how to
Reliable.
secure. Yeah, very
Yeah,
very
yeah.
reliable.
Yeah.
And I love. As a goalie, I knew he was going to cover the third man in.
Yeah.
And then we also threw him on defense a couple of times because we were just struggling last season with attendance and whatnot, and he was able to play defense as well. So I think his preferred is forward, but he'll play wherever it needs to.
I mean, that's those are the kind of guys that you need on your team. So going to Taqwa, Nawaz Sheikh, 53. Taqwa.
Okay.
Another Malton guy. What's
No, this guy, he's from the East End. I believe he's played. I don't know if he has a connection with any of the GMs, but he is an East End guy. He's a bit on the older side, but in his youth days, he was a pretty good player. And so former first overall in Islam. Okay, so
what?
yeah, so definitely.
Hold on. Is this Nawaz Sheikh from Dawnlands?
Yeah, he is.
What?
He is. He
That's
is.
Junkyard then. Okay, so yeah, he's okay. This is a great pickup. So a lot of guys just kind of slept on him, and wow, I'm really happy to see him back. And I don't think he's played as much as of recent.
Yeah, he's played a bit of softball, I believe. But yeah, I haven't. Actually, I actually saw him recently at RIS, but yeah, I haven't seen him on the rink in a while.
All right, so here we go. Pick 54 for Haya, Saifdeen Sheikh. Anyone know this guy?
He was on Subber last year, as you can see in his jersey. I remember
Grizzled youngin.
grizzled youngin.
You know what? Wait, we need like a picture reference for a grizzled. I don't even know what a grizzled is. If we can get one of those. All right, handsome looking guy.
Yeah, safe. I believe he had like 6 points. I think 3 goals, 3 assists. I remember I was looking at the Islam website a couple of days ago. He did get a couple.
You do that on your nights, right?
I just like to look at my stats. So.
Yeah.
He just goes to sleep, just looking through his stats.
I look at all of our past videos of tap-ins that I've scored.
So we're gonna move on pretty quickly at this next couple of rounds. We're just half of the draft. So pick 55, Omar Farouk Daya.
Wow, I think this is one of the steals of the draft. I think I know it's pretty early to say. I think this is one of the steals of the draft. He's gone. I believe in the summer season he went in the 2nd round, and in the season before that he went in the 3rd round. To Ikhlas. Ali Wadi definitely knows him from the team that went to the finals in winter 2023. He's a very good hustler, and he can protect the ball, carrying it in from the blue line all the way in and just getting a shot on goal. So definitely, I don't know how other teams.
I would love to share the video I have or the clip I have of him shooting right into my glove in Salam Cup, but we just don't have the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to say this name as
You can say Black Bear.
Black Bear.
Yar, it's Black Bear.
They don't have a pick from him, man. He was my goalie in the summer. So yeah,
he's too Muslim for a pick.
Actually,
I feel like we're in part of the draft where this is where you can actually win a championship, right? In these last five rounds.
Yeah.
you know, we're gonna keep it moving real quick. Anything to say
his
about
WhatsApp
Black
picture
Bear?
is actually a black bear. I don't know if you guys can see on the. It's literally a picture of a black bear. So
So Black Bear,
Yeah.
great goalie. You know, I don't really have anything bad to say. I'm a little surprised. So in the pickup, I basically told Elwood he's going to take either Black Bear or Shiraz, and I actually thought he was going to go Shiraz just because the way he picks. But Black Bear, phenomenal pickup, just phenomenal goalie. So that also means by default, Shiraz goes to Yakin.
Let's see if that happens.
There is no chance for him to go anywhere
nah,
else.
I have a feeling.
Honestly, I'm
Takwa's-
getting a little tired.
I have a feeling Takwa's gonna pick another goalie and they'll swap in halfway.
All right, so pick 57, Hassan Khalil Holkar. Now that's a grizzled
That is-
veteran.
And then his beard work, you can see
There
the
you
lineup
go,
is really
there you go.
nice. And
I mean, do we need to talk about how he plays if we are just commenting on his beard here?
He is
No.
he has a great shot. He hasn't played in the last 3 seasons, I believe. I believe he's been traveling for around the world, and I believe he's missing the first month of the season coming back from his travels.
So you're telling
Oh,
me this
yeah.
guy got picked before me by missing an entire month?
Well,
that's how good he is, and that's yeah.
Jeez. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Get good, noob.
Ikhlas, pick 58.
Azar Zafar, the
Azar
man who
Zafar.
does not have a stop button when he comes to running.
Yeah,
He's
he's
just
Bugs
full-
Bunny, man.
Yeah. Just grizzled veteran yet another. No, just runs just daylights. And I don't know what more you could say. He's actually scores shorthanded quite a bit.
Yeah.
So people think, oh, he's an older gentleman, and he's gonna.
No, this guy is always moving though,
No,
right?
no,
So,
yeah,
mashallah. 59 for Haya, name Malik. The first Malik. Is that the first
the
Malik?
That is the first Malik.
Malik drafted, I believe,
Wow.
in this whole
Look at that
draft.
This is
smile.
like the
That
grizzled
must be
veteran
that must be a record, right?
Well, hold on. This is the grizzled veteran on. So Arif just said that. But yeah, Naeem's going to be standing right in front of the net. But I guess he got cut from the 8-year contract too. I don't know what's going on. Like that was really changing it up this season.
Okay, so we got pick 60, Arif Khan for Taqwa. And did he think he was going to Taqwa? He most certainly was. He most certainly did.
Oh, you gotta turn that around a little bit.
Just tilt it down a little bit.
There you
you
go.
go.
Wow. So he got his prediction. I think there might be some
Yeah, I'm looking.
insider information
I'm
here.
looking forward to it because I've yet to play with Abu and Huzi. I always go against them, but I'm happy to get a chance to play with Yusuf.
Now,
Hopefully.
Arif, please correct me, but did you get 0 goals and 0 assists last season?
I got 0 goals and 0 assists first time in my life playing hockey.
Yeah. So
And-
Sully,
and
he
this is
went
the
before
lowest
you.
I've been picked.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
Imad had more points than me, but Imad's a good player.
All right. So we got
Double
for
me.
now. I mean, this could be a comeback season right here, Arif. So they're taking a chance
Last
on
time
you.
I got a chance to play with Yusuf Ingar, I won the scoring.
There you
race.
go.
There you go. So
Wow.
look out for Arif. Okay, so Rida, pick 61, Hussein Malik.
And this is the Malik round, so we have 2 Maliks this season. Right
Not
now.
just 2,
Not
a
just
third in pick 62
2. Oh my
for
god.
Iman Rizwan Malik.
Yeah, but see, Hussein Malik screwed up the grizzled veteran round.
Yeah,
That's
he
true,
did. He did.
He did.
Yeah, Rizwan is a grizzled veteran. You can see that right there. But Hussein Malik, good player. I think he could do a lot more out there. I think he just kind of gets in the faces of goalies and stuff, but which I personally don't appreciate. He gets way too in my comfort zone. So, but anyways, he doesn't have to deal with me. But I think he can make a lot more of an impression out there. But Riz, oh man, I don't know what to say about Riz. He's just great player
For sure. So this is actually Adam's like 3rd or 4th time drafting Riz on his team.
Is it?
He definitely is a huge fan of Rizwan Malik. He was on our team in the fall 2022 season. He was like that one guy when I signed up, when I told him I was going to be his GM pairing, he said, no matter what, we need to get Riz on our team. And so, Rizwan was available at 62 and took him. And going back to 61, Hussein, he has slowed down a bit. He was, one of the earlier youngsters a couple seasons ago that, broke onto the scoring scene and kind of went on a tear. He has been dealing with, a knee issue recently, but I believe, with the right leadership, he does also have that Phantoms connection with Salman. So
I can help with that knee
Yes.
situation. No problem. All right.
Next one.
Pick 63, Esan Wasif.
I don't know if connection with
Saber.
Amar Wasif?
Yeah, that's his brother.
That's
Yeah.
his brother.
That's
Yeah,
his brother.
like they look alike. So I guess
Yeah.
it must be.
So
Um,
they got both the brothers on Subber.
I mean,
So-
duh.
no right issues.
Yeah, that's he's a solid third liner right there.
He is. He is.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. I actually mean that in a good way.
No,
So,
he definitely does hold down the third line, and a couple of times I've had to say, hey, who are you again? Just to like you made a splash. I just need to figure out your face
exactly,
again. So yeah, no,
exactly.
fantastic player.
All right.
Great at 63.
So I think we got our
Yeah, 64.
second last goalie, right?
No, we have 64th. Johnson.
Oh shoot.
Yeah,
I
we
was wrong
got
with the goalies.
64 Jazib Mahmoud,
So
and you know what? While we're at it, 65 Josefa Maida.
Mahida.
Mahida, yeah. So that was my bad. I actually thought Shiraz was the last goalie left. So that's totally off. But yeah, Josefa Mahida, I believe he's
from the East
from
End.
the East End,
He's from the East End. He's a pretty like I'd say he's a pretty good goalie. To be the second last goalie and getting someone like him, at 65, I think is pretty good for them. And so
Is he the same Mahida, or am I confusing it? Does he play for the Young Stars, or has he played
no,
for
he.
Okay.
No, we'll look that up.
If you don't
Yeah.
know, you don't know. All right, we're gonna keep it moving.
He did play for Donlands.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
Okay.
he is a Donlands. goalie.
Anything to say about Jazib here for pick 64?
Brother of Qasim. He's a defenseman and also plays in the. I've played with him in the Malton, youth gym league, and so I believe that was a ride pick and another Malton player.
How
to
young
add
do you
to
have to be for the youth league?
it. We've been playing since we were little kids, so it's like there's different age.
How
groups.
old are you?
I'm 22, turning 23
Okay.
this year. So
Youngin.
Yeah.
Okay, so pick 66 for Subber, Sufyan Sheikh.
Not the GM Sufyan Sheikh, the other Sufyan Sheikh.
yeah.
Was he on your? I guess. Well, Yakin, was he on your team in the summer? Or
Yeah, he was on our team in the winter.
In the winter.
or in the fall. In the fall. The season that just
Okay.
happened. He was a teammate of mine. He's another Malton guy, but not obviously not drafted to a Malton team. But he's a great teammate. He signed up for forward, but I kind of saw him play in the gym league as a defenseman. So I kind of
Okay.
told Fahad and Wakar, and we kind of threw him back there whenever Zach was missing games. So
And then
he's very versatile.
They definitely need a D-man, so that's a good pickup.
Good.
Yeah.
Pick 67, Ibrahim Baidu. Is he related to Erica Badu?
Probably not.
Not a bad joke though, right? Not a bad
Oh,
joke.
yeah.
You know?
So, I
So-
don't think half the team, half the players, or more than half the players know who
Who Erica
Badu
Badu is?
Yeah.
All right, well, hey.
So he is
67, yeah.
he's another one of those players. They play in actually the I believe it's a gym league, MHL. So they have that connection there. So he's very familiar with Omar Hussein and Adam and Zach. And so
So
it was,
familiarity.
I believe it was
There you go.
either going to
Yeah.
be Subber or Iman that took him. So
Okay.
last season was Subber with Zaid Khalil in them, and this season it's Iman.
Cool. So Rida, pick 68, Wahad Salam.
Another
Another
Cambridge guy.
Malton-
It's
Cambridge,
another
okay.
Cambridge
All
guy.
right. How big is this bus? Jeez.
So I'm telling you, man, it's a
or
seven-seater.
van.
It's a
Yeah.
seven-seater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The GO train. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
well, there's a GO train stop real close to the arena. So there you go.
So we got pick 69 for Taqwa,
Hayo,
Rehan Kazi.
the best Ghazi according to Adam Sayed, and he's not on your team, Adam.
So yeah, Rehan is actually my cousin as
What?
well. So another Malton guy that's getting taken
Was he
by
invited to your
Taqwa.
wedding?
Yeah, he actually was. So
did he leave with you to
uh,
come play hockey or no?
No,
No, he stood in
I,
for him.
Yeah, he stayed. So Rehan is I think he's a good hustler.
Yes.
He's not afraid to kind of take the hit and make the play. So he will go into those corners and just get the ball in and take the hit, and he actually draws a couple of penalties too. So
And then he likes to make it known that he's not related to, or he's the cousin of Muhammad Qazi, and he's the better Qazi between them. So
All right. So we got pick 70 for Haya, Muhammad Raza Kareem.
so yeah.
I'm surprised his name even fit on that, actually.
well,
there's a long
it technically
name.
got cut off a little bit.
There you
there.
go.
Technically, but yeah, he played on Haya last year. I believe he was drafted similar round, similar pick. So I'm sure they really liked what they saw. He is a dynamo player, I believe, from the Junior Salam Cup system. So I'm not sure if they are familiar with him there, but yeah, he was on their team last year. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got pick 71, Zuhair Fancy.
Okay.
Fancy pants in the house for pick 71 for a Kloss.
Good pickup.
Yeah.
Senior.
There's a lot of emphasis on
senior,
senior.
and then not grizzled, but senior.
Yeah.
He definitely knows how to play the head games. He's a good D-man. He stay at home D-man.
But he's slow.
He doesn't
Right?
need to be fast. He's okay.
Hey
like,
man, he's coming off a championship season with Yakin, man. This is gonna be
So who carried him?
Hey, you know, he
the whole
actually
team had to.
Yeah.
he's
Alright.
he's a great teammate, great voice on the bench.
Yeah.
And he's someone that you know, he actually does score when it counts. You know, I've seen him put it past the goalie a couple of times.
All right. Pick 72 for Hassan, Danish Khan.
Not a surprise here. I think he ends up on Dawood's team almost every season. He's known for his like slap shot. You don't expect it, but he actually has a rocket. I've seen him score against my team a couple of times with you know, a quick slap shot from the hash marks. And,
All right. Let's see if he can do that this season.
He's on a year 6 of
Year
his
6 of his
There
contract.
you go.
contract.
So pick 73, Hassan again with the snake pick, Ismail Malik.
Yeah, I can't help but notice the parallels between 2022 winter and 2024 winter.
Did they win in 2022 winter?
He lost in the finals to Haya, his uncles, his
Mm.
Malik uncles. But he was on Dawood's team in the 2022 winter.
So then you got to
season.
wonder why Dawood is picking the same players. If it didn't work the first time, can it really work the second time?
He's just gonna force it. He's just gonna make it work. But
Yeah.
Ismail Malik, in the summer season, under I think it was Asabika and Umar Mahmoud that were GMs, Ismail did really well. So it's a good pick. We kind of give him the nickname of Professor, or at least I did. But he did pretty well. And at 73, if he can keep up or if he can sustain that level of play that he did in the summer, it's a great pickup.
Okay, sounds good. Pick 74 for Ikhlas, Abdullah Sadiq Patel.
So yeah, maybe I think this is.
This guy came to my wedding. Is that what you're gonna say?
I don't think he came to my wedding actually, but I've.
Wait, so he's not your cousin either?
No, he's not my cousin, but I've grown up with him. Yeah, he came on the honeymoon. I've known.
he subbed in when
Yes.
necessary.
Ah,
He wanted to be on the beach. And
I've known him for a while. We kind of play in the once again another Malton player similar to my age, and I think my uncle Ali drafted a different Abdullah Patel this year. So
he made a mistake on the Abdullah Patel.
maybe.
Okay, pick 75 for Haya Salim Malik.
No picture.
No picture, but he was part of the drawing the names for the for the draft order.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's-
that's Salim Malik. Okay.
So does that mean anything?
He's coming off an injury though. He said he will probably take it easy and play limited minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, I think at pick 75, you're really looking at someone to round out, your bottom 3 or your bottom 6 forwards, or your bottom 4 defense. And so I think Salim at 75, someone they obviously know. He's a Malik.
Okay.
Arif, are you going to introduce the next pick? Do you have the
Pick 76.
Do you have it going?
Oh yeah, my boy Faisal Mehboob.
Oh, you don't have the audio?
Yeah, you gotta get the.
Mere Mehboob.
Okay,
No?
so we don't have that. All
I
right.
was at home. I had it on my.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so
There's a lot of Mehboob songs. On there.
so 76 Faisal Mehboob. Is there anything really to say?
Honestly, he's small and he doesn't look like he's gonna do anything on the rink.
How
but
small?
he's very he's very active in front of the net. He's always there
with his wooden stick.
with his wooden stick poking at goalies and obviously causing a ruckus. And the Takwa GMs are definitely familiar with him. He's been on their team a couple of times.
He
So,
did bust out the
We're
composite
gonna,
stick
we're gonna
recently.
lose
but-
our family-friendly rating here.
Yeah,
I was
honestly,
gonna say.
get this guy off of here.
Listen, yeah, okay. So
Next
pick
one.
77, Rida Sadiq Rahman.
Again, no picture. That doesn't help me.
This is another Cambridge guy.
It has to be. Yeah,
I
'cause
did
it's
some
Rida.
research.
So if something does happen in Cambridge and these guys can't make it,
They're gonna be missing 6 guys.
like,
They're gonna be missing. It might be we might
That's
see our
great minutes for the rest of the team.
we
Man,
might
all
see our
these guys-
first forfeit since I
No,
don't
there
know.
won't be. You have enough
Yeah.
players for.
they're
no enough
gonna
players.
have to sponsor their team with some winter tires.
I did research on
Um,
him. The only stats that I can find are him as a goalie, and he's a pretty, I think,
Ooh.
decent goalie. So
Is this
maybe,
a Sadiq Rahman from like God knows when?
maybe when Shiraz isn't feeling
He's a
up
good
to
guy.
playing,
He's good.
they'll throw him in net.
Okay, so pick 78, Hussein Hamad.
Hamad. Yeah, I always thought his name was Hamad Hussein. But anyways, big body, dirty clapper. He came out to the well, he played with I think Rida last season or sorry, in the summer. He played in the summer with us. But fantastic player, great guy. He just wants the ball. He just wants the ability to be there and he wants to win. So
on that note,
Yeah.
During the pickup game,
Yeah.
we did the skills competition. He had the second hardest shot.
Second
Wow.
hardest shot.
Wow.
87 miles an hour or something.
87 miles an hour.
That's
Wow.
NHL level.
He's definitely. I've been on his team a couple of times. He has a great shot, and he's, he doesn't look like he, has those hands. But
Yeah.
I remember in the summer season against
Yeah.
my team, he undressed, my boy Saleh, so and put it top shelf. So definitely, yeah,
All
he's a great player.
So pick 79 for Subber, Ahmed Mobeen. And Ahmed Mobeen thought he was going on to Hassan.
So Ahmed Mobeen looks like he got cut from the 8-year contract. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, they are not. They're not renewing your contract. Yeah, true.
You are the weakest link. No, I'm kidding.
They're rebuilding.
They're rebuilding. That's right. Yeah, because honestly, I think Ahmed's a good hustle player. Right? You get what you pick. He's always gonna play hard into the boards, try to wear the other team down, try to get the ball off of them, and just he knows his role and he wants to be the catalyst and really just find a way to wear the other team out so that when line one jumps back on, that they're gonna kind of get a little bit of an easier time with the other team.
So he's a grinder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Grizzled grinder.
I don't know about grizzled.
He's
We'll
still
just
young.
we'll just call him. I'm just gonna.
Chisel.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call him the grinder.
Chisel.
Yeah. Okay. So pick 80 for Yakin Daniel Ibrahim Sayed.
So he's actually 15 years old. So I think he's the youngest player in
What?
our league. No, 16?
16.
Okay, so he's 16 years old.
You
So
have to be 16.
You have to be 16.
Yeah.
Okay, alhamdulillah, he's 16.
He must have just turned 16.
He must have. I believe so. He's the brother of Adam Sayed. But he is known in the plays Malton, I believe Junior B. In the Junior Salam Cup, and so I'm sure Muhammad Shabir Patel has seen him and knows him from there. I'm really surprised he didn't go earlier, as he has really good hands and he is very fast. He just is pretty short. But I think he's.
How short?
I'd
is
say
he?
he's I can't recall, but he has great hands and a good shot. So I think
the
he's
good thing
lacking
is
in
that
the
he's
physical
16, and so he can still grow.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, great! Thanks
yeah,
so much.
yeah.
Great.
So pick 81, Yakin, OS Mullah.
Again, the Taqwa, like they're staying within the Malton area.
No, this is Yakin OS
Yaqeen,
Mullah.
Well, no,
Muhammad
sorry.
Shabir was on Taqwa
He
last
was on
year,
Taqwa.
okay, got
Sorry,
it,
I'm
got
looking
it.
at the jersey and I'm
Yeah.
speaking.
Owais is also my cousin as well. So
Of course,
he
he
is.
is. Was he invited to your wedding?
Yeah, he was. He was.
Yeah.
I believe he was there.
So yeah, just another grinder of a player. Just knows what to do. Plays well. I believe he plays defense, right? I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
But going with what they know, they're staying within the community and just playing, keeping their players close to the chest.
All right, pick 82 for Subber, Imran Lakinpal, Mr. GDK himself.
RF, do you remember how hard his shot was?
No, but he's always had a really good shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And more so, he has a really good one-timer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because some people can shoot doesn't necessarily mean they can one-time it. But
Yeah.
this
like
gentleman-
Socket, he can't one time.
only in practice.
That's right.
Sakim Kolkar, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can either one time or he can hit the net. He can't do both at the same time.
Whereas his uncle Imran Lakinpal can do both, and he looked pretty good in the whatever the scrimmage. So he was playing like line one basically. Whatever, he was there early enough to be line one. So, but he looked good out there. So I just hope he gets the minutes that he deserves.
All right, so we got pick 83 for Iman, Yusuf Gangat.
It's Gangnam Style, but no.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
The better of the two Gangats. He is the brother of Adnan Gangat. So I was telling him, yeah, just tell Adnan that he sucks. So and Yusuf's like, yeah, I know, I'm the better one. So I saw him again.
I believe they're cousins.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
See?
yeah, they're cousins.
Are they your
They're both-
cousins?
No, not my cousins, but they yeah, I think I've known him since a child.
He's
So.
gonna
All
give us
right.
another buzz.
So-
He's a
are
very-
all these cousins actually cousins, or is it just that it's a family friend, therefore we call him uncle?
No, I think no.
Yeah.
These guys, I believe, they're like him and Adnan are first cousins, I believe. So,
But you know what's really
yeah.
funny is that it doesn't matter. Pick 84, Rida, Zaid Mohammed.
Oh, okay. So, this is another Cambridge guy. So he's gonna be probably in the back seat of their minivan. Hopefully they have like a
At
TV.
this point, probably in the trunk, man.
Yeah.
Just
At
throw
this
him
point,
into
right?
the
They're probably
gear.
gonna have
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
TV with like a Mighty Ducks or something playing on their 1 hour car ride to the hangar.
So we can expect to see the flying
So-
V happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Takwa with pick 85, Maz Mullah.
Oh, wow. He actually went that far low. I'm surprised. Maz is a little tank. He's just a great player, a little hot headed, great clapper from the point, knows what he's doing, and I'm glad he's gone to Takwa again, just because he knows who he's playing with and they know how to play with him and complement him.
Okay, pick
Dude, relax. We're getting to
86
it.
for Haya is Kashif Takiuddin.
Coach K.
Coach K, who just makes I don't understand how he gets his handles, what he does. I believe he played in the pickup again and just made some great dekes and stuff. So really creative, really great guy, really passionate hockey player, and I hope he stays healthy.
Mhm.
But when he does, watch for him to make like slappy passes from the point to just guys who can just tip it in and stick to stick. He got healthier. Alhamdulillah, good to see.
And I honestly think like this Haya team, I'm seeing a lot of older veterans, but also some younger players. So it's good to see.
Nice. Okay, so we got pick 87 for Klaas Fozel.
Now that's some mad scientist hair.
Yeah.
Looks like Wolverine.
I've played with him. I've had the pleasure. He's missed a few seasons just taking it off before, but he's come back. Unfortunately, his speed isn't there, but he knows what his shortcomings are, and but he does have the hockey IQ to really work with the young teammates, and the fact that he's on a very veteran team that I think they'll know how to complement him, and a great addition to any team.
The classic image of Fuzzy is him standing behind the bench with a clipboard.
And
There
he
you go.
also did play with Ali last season.
Yes,
So
yeah.
on Rida.
So some familiarity there too. Pick 88 with is Ihsan Zayed Bunchbaya.
How did he drop so far?
And that was a really surprise. That's really surprising actually. He's a solid player.
Yeah, I think on his 8th year of his contract, he's had very many seasons with Ihsan and Dawood. Again, remember, like and subscribe to the DC fan page. That's the Dawood Siamber fan page. But great player. Yeah, definitely surprised to see him going this low, but great addition to the
Yeah.
team.
Will he make a difference?
I think so. Him, Danish, and Ismail or even Khalil on a line together. It's going to be a pure hustle line and just forechecking.
Let's see how that
He's
shapes
one
up.
of those guys that even if he gets picked lower, no team wants to trade him because he's just so valuable. To them.
Yeah. Yeah. Although he was traded, I believe, a couple of seasons ago.
Yes,
Right.
he was.
Right.
Then it's because there's other good players coming.
Yeah. So we got pick 89, Mustafa Ahmed Hassan.
So this is another younger player. He's actually the nephew of Ibrahim Hindi.
Man, you have like
So-
family trees, right? Like it's like.
Ibrahim Hindi. He's the
Oh,
nephew
okay,
of Ibrahim Hindi.
okay. But I mean, you
So-
still have family trees.
Yes,
apparently.
yes. So he
Was that part of your scouting report?
yeah, absolutely. Actually, it was. I'm hoping someone. I'm clearly Dawood read it. So
Found 23.
so yeah, basically he needs to get a ride with his uncle. So I guess he gets to get his first Islam season with his uncle and his son.
Okay, pick 90, none other than Salman Azma. Look at that picture. Who needs a picture when he's sitting right in front of you? You know what I mean? And I actually thought I was going to Iman. So, but I'm happy with it. Klaas, I actually always go to our salon and I'm like, RC, like, dude, why don't you pick me? So
Hey,
I think
me and
after,
Ali drafted you last summer.
yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
But do you look good in green? That's the
I
question.
look good in any color.
Okay. So there you go.
Me in the background.
It's
and you
very
pick right
debatable.
there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right. So pick 91 for Haya Zayan Kazi.
The brother of
Rayhan.
Rayhan Kazi.
Yeah.
So no ride issues here, definitely, because Rayan said, and he's always said it, he's going to make sure his brother shows up, and he's going to come early and stay late if he has to.
Mhm.
Zayan goes back to Haya, so they do know his hustle and his ability to play. I'm hoping that Zayan has a little bit more of a breakout season. Since he's developing and playing more in the arenas. So yeah, it's a great addition to the team, to any team, of course. But yeah, good to see him out there.
So pick 92, Arsal Bhatti.
So it's another, Takwa. I think later on in the rounds, usually, Abu Mandra and them will draft players that they are familiar with. Arsal is, he's a great teammate. He actually can play goalie as well. He's played goalie in the pickups a couple of times.
Yep.
But he's not playing goalie
But he's
in
not
this,
playing goalie,
so that
in
doesn't
this
matter,
league,
does
so
it?
doesn't- okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, but
Thanks so
he's-
much. Thanks a lot.
All right.
We have John Madden right here.
Yeah.
So we
for the-
got
for the mic, guys,
Rida, pick 93, Imad Hussein.
who thought he was
Who
going
thought
to.
he was going to Rida, and guess what?
Wow, he got it
Good,
spot on.
good call.
No, we're
He got it
gonna stick
spot
on
on.
this.
The
Real.
guys behind the bench here, we called our teams correctly.
Yeah. So Imad, how do you feel about that? Get on the mic here.
And-
Let's,
and-
give-
And he's wearing blue and white. I don't know.
All I gotta say is that I look great in blue. Blue's my favorite team, so what can I say?
All right, there you go.
Nice.
Nothing else to say, I guess.
And you'll have a blue season.
Pick 94 for Iman, Jafar Jalhoub.
Wow. Okay, I think this is another steal of the draft. He is definitely not a bottom two
Yeah.
round player. He is he's very athletic, and he doesn't have that great of a shot, but he he hustles and he can get the ball in. He does miss a lot of time.
That's why.
He missed like half of the summer season going to like 3-4 different countries. He'll be like a random Friday. He'll say he's in, and then he'll call me up right before the game and say, "Hey, I'm on my way to Ottawa" or something like that. So
What's in Ottawa is my question.
I'm not sure. I believe he's a food blogger. So he's
Okay.
I think he does have commitments outside of Iceland, but
Beaver Tails,
at
in
94 you can't go wrong. So great pick from
Ottawa.
Iman.
The Ottawa
All right.
market is in Ottawa.
That's right. 95 for Suber, Moindeen Sheikh.
So he hasn't played in a few seasons, I'm assuming.
He
'cause of
played
the-
in the summer
Oh, he did.
on
Okay,
Yakin.
so
yeah,
you
They
need to-
won. Yeah.
you need to come in like a more recent picture, man. That's the old.
No,
purple
I'm pretty
Haya.
sure he looks just like that. That's pretty much how he looks. Yep. Okay, so pick 96 for Yakin, Abdurrahman Khaler.
Another Calera, but I think gone to the wrong team.
Where is he on this family tree?
So this is actually Rizwan Khaler's son. And so this I'm not
trade.
Yeah, Dawood must have forgot to read that on the scouting report, but he's gonna need to ride with his dad. So I'm sure his dad does not want to stay
So this kid doesn't have his license.
I think he's like 16, 17. So yeah, him at 96 though, I think he's still getting into like rink ball hockey, but
Okay.
he does play in.
He
in
played the last
juniors.
2 seasons. He played the last 2 seasons. So he was.
No, that's Moinadine.
That's Moin Dune shot.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, it's getting really late and I'm tired. So
Excuses.
we're gonna. This
Number
is Alhamdulillah. the last,
We
the
have
last round.
Pick 97.
Pick,
Imran Shah.
yeah, pick
from
97.
Isan.
the elder statesman of the league, Imran Shah, who is I think who got 3 goals, 3 assists last season. Just a good player. I think at 97. Dawood's got what he wanted. He wants a hustle player. He wants someone who will chase the ball down, and that's exactly what you're getting.
Okay, we're gonna do quick here. All right.
Yeah.
Pick.
Wait. I have finished with him.
Yeah, please.
He actually-
my back is hurting.
He signs up as a defenseman but last season I believe they put him as a forward on the first line with Zaid Khaler, and
Yeah.
if he's in front of the net, he will poke at it. And so yeah, he's a
Wouldn't
good
anyone
teammate.
poke at it though?
Some people do. I'm sure
It's called respect for.
I'm
the
sure
goalies. You're not
when
gonna
you
injure
poke
them.
at it, it doesn't usually go in, but I think for some people it usually works. So
Yay.
yes.
All right. Hey, class. Pick 98. Mudney
back
Daniel.
again after a couple of seasons here and there.
Yeah, Ali's very familiar with him. He's played on his team for I think in the winter 2023. He also was on that team that made it to the finals. He's a great teammate. And he actually has a very good shot.
He does.
I remember he scored from like the red line in one of our games last summer, I believe. So
Unfortunately, he travels a lot, so that's why
Yeah.
he misses
He's one of
games.
those guys who knows his role on the team. And
Yeah.
performs it well.
All right. Pick 99. Haya. Omar Malik.
Good player. Like again, he's going to his family tree. I guess there's four Mullocks there. Good pick at 99. I think he knows that there's some improvements he can make in his game. Athleticism is one. I think he gets a little bit tired and makes a little bit of blunders when he gets too tired. But great pick. Just I think he needs to improve a little, and I think he knows that. So
Cool. Pick 100. Takwa.
Hamza Bagat. Okay. He is
he is a champion, by the way.
He is a champion. He won in his first year against Team Ikhlas, against my team. But he is, I think he's another player like Money that knows his role. And he he chose to pay a fine instead of sitting out a game so that he could play in the playoffs for his team. So he loves his team no matter what team he's on, and he's definitely someone that I guess Takwa values to bring him on for another
a little
year.
bit lower than I thought he would have gone, but again, he's just going to make sure he grinds out every single minute he gets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got 4 picks left. Rida, pick 101. Shiraz Mahmoud.
So he is honestly for him being the last goalie picked, it's not like he's a terrible goalie. I think he definitely has his games where he can stand on his head, and he actually played a couple of games for my team in seasons in the past.
Is he good though?
Yeah, I'd say he's a good goalie.
Oh, dude, when you see him in his jersey and helmet, you'll remember. And phenomenal goalie. Like he's a little bit unorthodox in his play, but definitely stands on his head. And at last pick, they've gotten a great goalie.
Yeah,
That's good.
He can be pretty fiery too if you
Yeah.
get too close to his crease.
Fair enough. So
I
There you
think Arif has some experience with him in the winter 2022 season.
No, Shiraz are not good friends. Some days. In the
Well-
heat of the moment, we
it gets left in
poked
the
at
rink.
each other a little bit. But
Yeah.
we're good friends.
Okay,
More than poke, but
so we'll leave that for the 4. Iman, pick 102. Abdulaziz Khan.
So Abdulaziz, great brother. He always shows up. Surprised he's not with his son, but I know he wanted other pastures. He wanted to check out other teams and get some experience. Definitely just comes to play, hustles, and I will actually we will be sharing some highlights that were recorded by him. So thanks for that, Abdulaziz. But I think Iman is lucky to have a player like him.
Nice. Okay, so pick 103 for Sabr. Omar Sadat.
he's a champion, man. He was on our Yakin championship team as well. Great player, great teammate. He no matter what his role is, he comes to play, and I think he definitely has had a couple of chances. If he gets the ball in those dangerous areas, he can definitely put it away.
He personifies the values of Iceland, like brotherhood. And
Yeah.
Mashallah, it's
Yeah.
good.
The nicest guy.
I'm this is yet another season where he's gone a lot lower than I thought he would have. But hey, he benefits out of it because he gets to be on a strong team.
I could have done this all along.
Yeah, you could have
Yeah.
been on anyone's screen.
It's okay, I have my own. All right, last pick. Pick 104. Yakin. None other than the commish himself.
Wow. This is I did not expect him to be.
Did you forget that he was in the?
I did
pool
not
or
expect him
something?
to
Like,
be.
what's,
Did we get
what's
a
the
prediction
deal?
from him?
No, we
I
didn't.
don't know.
I don't think he can
He
predict.
abstained. He
Yeah.
abstained.
Wow, 104. I think Yakin at 104 gets a hustler that, despite his age, he still will be in front of the net, and he really likes to make those plays. I've had the pleasure of being on his team in the summer. Our season didn't turn out the way we wanted it to be, but it was still a fun season. So I'm sure that Yakin is gonna be excited to have those early games.
And he's got something to prove now. I think.
Well, I think the
last
GMs
pick.
colluded a little bit to put him last.
Oh, really? You think so?
I think it's a poke at the committee.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Zed.
No, nothing to say. I'm a little surprised for a guy who runs like 5 to 10K every single day.
I was gonna say the same thing. Every lunch, he comes to the locker room on game days and says, "Yeah, I already ran 5K at lunch." I'm like, "Yeah, man, we know." So despite the age, I think
I'm a little
mashallah,
disappointed
still
he's
has
not
it.
on your team because you could probably help him to get tech savvy and start an Instagram for him. or
Honestly,
something.
man, yeah, honestly.
Kashif
Okay.
is asking, where's Umar Baksh? That's a very good question.
Well, he said Umar Baksh.
Yeah,
So
so
he's trying to throw some fire.
so Bakshi is actually recovering from an injury, but he's he'll be back in due time, inshallah.
And the other question is
Also
why
goes
why,
for
why
him out
isn't
there,
Maju
too.
last?
So we got the commish in the house now. So how you
Commission the
feeling?
house.
So you got the last pick.
Yeah,
Where the
pretty
last
much. It basically says that there was 102 players that are better than me. So.
103.
103.
pick?
Yeah,
3.
but it's okay. It's a draft league, so I'm excited. I think on Team Takwa was it?
Yakin.
Yeah, Team Yakin. So I'm excited to be
Oh,
part
so that
of
means you
team.
wanted to go with Takwa, eh?
He didn't get his
Yeah.
prediction,
You
guys.
know that Yakin will get room number 8 for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was that's. I
Hey,
was
room
thinking
number
Dawood was
8,
gonna drop me.
8
on
You'll
that.
PM
also get
games.
the 8 p.m. games. Yeah.
Oh wow, maybe that's the reason why.
Collusion.
Maybe that's the reason why. But yeah, I'm excited. So I hope you guys had a good show. I hope you guys had a good turnout. A lot of excitement. So
Yeah, we did.
Any before you go, anything that you want to say that happened in the GM chat or anything else?
I think all the Mullocks went where they needed to go. So there was a Mullock heavy contingent team. I think everyone knew where they were gonna go.
Was there any chatter amongst the GMs? Anything that you want
Nothing really.
disclose?
They were a good team bunch this year. There was no one from out of town, no one from out of country, drop calls or anything like that. I think it was
And
pretty,
there were no timeouts either, right?
there
there were a
timeouts.
couple,
yeah,
There
there were a
There
couple.
were a couple of timeouts. Yeah, and there was
Yeah.
pretty much all around the same round. And I think usually with drafts, if one goalie gets picked, it's usually a domino effect after that. So I think I saw that.
to?
I
Yeah,
think
it
I
was
saw
something
that.
similar like that, just like
Yeah.
every other
Yeah.
season. Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, it was pretty good group this time.
Okay, good.
And Josefa Mahida has a question: was when's the schedule being released? So
Well, the
tip-
first 2 weeks will be released soon, and
Soon.
then but usually we do the first 2 weeks like probably in the next 2 days.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the season will follow thereafter.
You start on Friday.
Yeah, so we do start this Friday. It's 4 days from now. Hopefully you get your stretches in, get your runs in, get your caloric deficit in or
Going.
not in.
Will we
Um,
have our new jerseys ready for this week? Okay, alhamdulillah. we
With
will.
the new sponsors. So just remember, whatever jersey you're assigned this season is the one that you have to wear, not the one from the previous season. So please wear your new jerseys. And honestly, it's more of a favor for everyone else. You guys don't wash your gear, so just throw away or donate your old jerseys. But please wear your new jerseys.
and
Yes.
please sign in. We need to know what number you are. If you don't sign in on the score sheet and we miss out a point or anything, we're not giving it to you.
Okay, so let's put up the full team rosters here, and maybe we can.
Riz
you know,
was
I-
asking
what-
who's our favorite to win.
Yeah. So what I'd like each of you to do is just select the team that drafted the best team today, and which team drafted the worst team, to your opinion.
Okay.
You know, who's the strongest team and who's the weakest team.
Okay. Can we see
as
this
it
thing on
stands
the
today?
screen?
As it
Yeah.
stands today, without any trades. So
Okay, so I think one of the strongest teams would probably be I'd say Team Yakin. All across the board, I think they nailed it with every single one of their picks, with who was available. And I think with their GM, trio that has a talent that they have, I definitely think that these guys can go far. So they're looking to make it a 4-peat for Yakin. And so I'm not gonna say who I think
no, you will.
drafted the worst
will,
team because I
absolutely.
haven't even had the chance to look at all of these names or
We will
look at all
not
these
end
teams.
this live. We will go till
Um,
tomorrow morning before you.
I'm
until you do
thinking,
that.
possibly, maybe.
You know what? Let's go to
Yeah.
Maju.
Yeah, let's go to-
honestly, I don't.
You
even-
yourself figure out which team you think drafted the worst, but
But
let's
you're
go to
gonna be
Maju.
waiting to me to
He's wearing
figure
a
out who
Leafs
drafted
jersey,
the
it's understandable.
best.
He's a little
Yeah,
scared.
right. I don't know, you would think that'd be easier for him to pick a losing team, right?
Wow!
So-
wow!
Right. So
Wow!
Um,
This is terrible,
I
guys.
think honestly, I think Isan looks pretty dang strong. As long as their players show up, with Mohamed Ghazi, Farouk Sani, Ibrahim Hindi, I think they have a good overall contingent. And if they can show up and they play well, I think they have a good shot. Casantini just needs to hit the net like he did in the skills, but apparently not during the games. Yes, Casantini, I'm calling you out. But you know what? It's early to tell, but I'm going to say Isan. I'm going to really say I think Ashfaq will or Black Bear will make a big statement for his team.
I gotta get a Malton jersey now.
you got to get a Malton jersey.
Malta
Nice.
Mavericks or just the Malta?
Okay, so who are we going, Abdullah?
I'm gonna say
Who drafted the worst team on paper today before any trades?
This is obviously this is highly subjective. I'm not here to call out anybody. I'm not
Just
here
say
to
it, man. Just say
make
it.
enemies or
It's
anything.
fine. You don't
I'll
need
say,
it. Yeah, let's come on.
I think I'm looking at my team, Team Haya, and I'm kind of looking at our defense, and we don't have the
Someone's getting
fastest of guys. On our defensive end. So maybe there's going to be some changes early on in the season. But I'm just interested to see how we are going to approach our lineup and games. And so yeah, I'll say put a chip on my shoulder. I'll say my own team, Team Haya.
Okay, there we go.
I got
Majid,
Iman.
You got Iman? You think Iman had the worst team?
I think Iman just drafted too many defense too early. So there's a couple of guys that could still break out and be really well, do really well on forward, but I think they're going to struggle here and there to score. They may just rely on not allowing many goals, but I think they're gonna struggle here and there. And Zakaria Ali, not Patel. I'm saying your name and I'm calling you out because I think you will eventually show up for playoffs. But I got my eye on you, bud.
All right. So you know what? With that, we are at 2 hours and some minutes over. For those who tuned in today, thank you so much. Jazakallah. Please, attend our games on Friday nights. Tune into the podcast. We put a lot of time and effort into this. And
That's all we got.
Arif, we want to give a shout out to the setup here. I forgot we didn't do that in the beginning of the podcast. So
the studio, as you guys can see, it's quite a nice studio here. So this is courtesy of HSF, Happy Strong Family, and we're in the venue in Markham, MDI, Masjid Darul-Iman. So thank you to both those organizations for making space for us.
Jazakallah.
And with that, we'll see everyone on Friday night.
Inshallah.
You guys good?
Yes, sir.
All right. So inshallah, we'll
Jazakallah,
see everyone
guys.
Friday night. Good luck to the teams. We start this Friday, January 12th. First game will be at 8 p.m. And good luck to everyone. Talk to you soon. Assalamu alaikum.
All right.